going to hand it over to the maestro for today for this game, the wonderfully fabulous DM Jazzy Hands. Thank you, Eugenio, for being willing to do this for me, and take it away.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for being here for game 2 of today's fundraising stream. I am thrilled to be here. Once again, I'm Eugenio Vargas. You might know me as DM Jazzy Hands. And I'm thrilled to be here DMing some familiar faces who haven't gotten to play together a while. And of course, we are one short. You just saw her running some friends through the Infernal Goose Chase. But we have the rest of that crew here with us today. So before I get too much into what we're doing, why don't we go around and introduce these 4 wonderful players who have agreed to play with us today. And we're going to start right next to me with Brian.
Oh, you never start with me first. Hi, I am Brian, aka Urban Bohemian. Very happy to be here. Very happy to be at a table with these folks playing Sylvester, my Dragonborn Bard, who is more extra, some might say, than Kent. Okay, I say that.
Yeah, Kent would disagree, but I'm not sure that I do. Let's go clockwise. So, Latia.
Me. Hi, I'm Latia Jaquise. I'm Latia Jaquise everywhere. And today I think, have we gone back in the evolutionary stage from birds to dinosaurs to dragons? I'm also playing a Dragonborn, Renata, my Dragonborn Ranger, Swarmkeeper, which is fun. I've never played one of those before, but I've had her in my back pocket for a while. So I'm excited to be here. And again, excited to be at the table with my wonderful, wonderful friends.
Yeah. Sharif.
Hey everybody, I'm Sharif Jackson, he, him. I'll be playing Meep Narjarm, a jacked owlin wizard.
Just looking at his stats, and they made no sense to me.
So I hadn't, and I didn't know about the jacked part, and I'm into it.
Oh, are you playing a muscle wizard?
Let's go.
This is a very high strength, low intelligence wizard. Let's go.
Yes.
Oh, heck
yes, yes. All right. Last but not least, Masood.
Hey everyone, I'm Masood. You can find me on the internet at Marood Boy on Twitter and Instagram. I'll be playing Cal Rezin, man. He's a barbarian and is not a wizard, but is just dumb. And is gonna have a real good time.
Incroyable. I can't wait. I can't wait. Also, these, you all only kind of know this, but these are just really the perfect characters for today. Today's adventure that I'm going to be taking these wonderful folks on is a reimagining, a reinvention of an adventure that Patrick Rothfuss ran for Acquisitions Incorporated back in 2016 at a PAX. It got published on the DMs Guild. I took that and made some changes so that it takes place now nominally, theoretically, in Waterdeep, and we might hear some references to old friends as we go along today. We'll just have to see. That said, shall we begin? That was a pretty tight round. Let's do it.
Wow.
Out of the,
I know.
It was cool till we all commented on it. Yeah.
Which is the time saver, is the lack of meandering recap.
Yeah.
All right. So the 4 of you at return to your place of lodgings, whether it is together or apart is entirely up to you, but each of you, when you return home this evening, you have waiting for you, as you so often do during my one-shot adventures, a letter, a missive. It is really nice, heavy parchment and sealed with red wax without an actual seal on it. There's no image engraved. It's just flat dripped wax. And if you open it up, you see a letter written in incredibly neat and regular hand. We might recognize it as looking almost typeset. It is so specific. And it begins, "Esteemed adventurer, your name here." And it says your name here in brackets.
That's not my name.
And if you quickly glance through the rest of this letter, you see that this happens a couple of times. You read on, and the letter says, "We are pleased to inform you that your impressive skills, good looks, father's bank account has caught the attention of the world-famous Zhet'Inc of Waterdeep. As such, you are invited to formally apply and take our recruitment exam. Upon successful completion of the exam, you will be initiated into the Zhet'Inc's membership at the rank of intern, with immediate opportunities to level up based on your performance in the exam, dedication to success, father's bank account. If you wish to accept the invitation, you need but consume this missive, and you will be brought to the testing facility. We hope to see you very soon, the recruitment board of the world-famous Zhet'Inc of Waterdeep. The bottom, though, all not in this typeset font, this is scrawled, sort of in red ink, are the words, "Oh gods, help us, please help us."
Well, as Renata stares at this missive that has been helpfully brought to her and held aloft in front of her face by a small swarm of bees.
Yes.
She reads it and she says, "Well, I don't remember my father ever donating to anybody like Zhen'Inc. So I don't know how I got this, but to eat it?" And I sniff it to see if it like smells at least mildly appealing.
It is. I mean, if you find like fresh parchment and appealing smell, certainly, but
Okay.
it doesn't smell like food. It just smells like
paper.
parchment. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, there's nothing saying I can't season it before I eat it. So she's gonna eat it. So
Yeah, absolutely. You season it up, and now I'm just trying to imagine seasoned paper. Anyway, you eat it on up, and you feel yourself sort of spin around. It almost feels like you're shrinking down really small, and then something will happen. But let's check in with the other three to see what they're doing with their letters.
For sure. I turn to Meepnar, who's in the top bunk in our room.
Yes.
And I say, "Yo, Meepnar, I got this like sick letter on the way in, and
Trying to sleep.
I know, man. I know, but I think you got one too. And it keeps talking about my dad's bank account, but all I got from my dad was this flaming greatsword, man."
Can't believe I have to tell you this again. If you pull out weapons on the bottom of a bunk, high possibility it will go through the top bunk and slice me in half.
It's
please.
fine. I know that. I'm keeping it close to my chest. See, I even got it pointed up where it can sit without any force. I just need to not say the magic word to turn it on fire. You know, goose goose. And then our bunk bed lights on fire. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I imagine burning my letter with it.
Okay, yes, it does. And as your letter is consumed by the fire, you also feel yourself spin around, shrink down, and disappear. Meepnar, I don't know that you know well, I guess the sword goes with you. So the heat, I mean, your bed's on fire, but the heat reduces a little bit, and surprisingly, Cal is suddenly quiet.
Oh, been wishing for that for a while. Then I say,
Rude.
"Cal, did you have my letter? Cal?" And then I'm gonna fly off of the bed.
Yeah, as you
like flutter a bit.
As you do, you see where your letter that must have been like sitting on your pillow, but when Cal like leapt into bed as he is wont to do, it fell in between like your mattress and the wall, and you see it in the instant before the flames of your bed also consume your letter, and there in the air as you spin and get tight. Sylvester.
Oh wow. Sylvester has absolutely stumbled in, still
good.
carrying a drink.
Yes.
From downstairs. He was
What a star.
staying at the yawning portal. He's up all night. Like starts reading through this thing, and first is impressed, and then is like, "Your name? What? Not heard of? Oh. All right." And he also sniffs the letter to see if it smells like anything.
Yeah. I'd be parchment. Nice parchment.
He looks at the letter, looks at his drink, and starts tearing it up into little tiny pieces and swirling it in the drink, and then slamming that.
Yeah. What was the drink?
I don't know, something pink and fizzy.
Yes, good answer. Oh, so even better. Yeah, so you get the fizz. It's just textured now. It's got another texture to it. And as you do, you're already a little bit spinning, but now it really starts to go as you spin. As you spin around and try and hold it in as you shrink. And the four of you, this spinning sort of continues. You begin to grow into your normal size again. But instead of whatever room you were in just moments before, you find yourself in a very spare, very sterile looking room with no obvious windows or doors to it, except for a sort of turnstile on one wall that leads through an opening into darkness. Also in the room, sort of in front of the turnstile and to the side a little bit, is a table with a stack of parchment on it, a stack of lots and lots of sheets of parchment. And hanging on the front of the table is a sign that says, please insert signed waivers and intern application fee, 10 gold pieces or the equivalent, into the slot below.
Is that opening to the other room? Is that just available, or is that
It seems you would have to go through the turnstile, which is where the slot for this application fee is. Other than that, there don't seem to be any other methods of egress from this room.
And to my knowledge, are Meepnar and I together? Or are we all in our own?
You are all together now. Sorry, I should have made that clear. You have all grown back to your normal size. Meepnar and Cal, you're back together and joined by two Gem Dragonborn, actually. Should we take a quick...
We did not plan that.
No, I love it. Is there anything else that we didn't mention during intros in terms of like what your friends here, your companions see? No is fine. I know that's... but if there's anything, now's a great time to add it. But yeah, there are four of you in this room.
Folks look at Cal, and he's in his like night garments. You know what I mean? Like he's got a long shirt and some like short boxers that just sort of reach at the end, and his slippers on. And he's just got a sword with him because it's his dad's sword. He's always got it with him. And you see on his face, he's got blue tattoo that just goes straight down through his nose and make like a T to his ears, so it kind of divides his face. And then he's got two braids that sort of go down and like little puffs at the back.
I love that.
That's cute.
That is very cute.
That's how he sleeps.
Well, the spinning doesn't quite seem to stop when Renata lands because the bees are also spinning. And so they just kind of keep going with their little bee spinny dances. But Renata is an emerald gem dragonborn, so she's green. Although, fun fact, emeralds can be any color. Or is it sapphires? One of them can be any color.
Why not both?
Fun fact, maybe both? Lie.
I might be lying. But the other thing that is interesting about Renata is that like the green doesn't stop with her scales. Like she is emerald from head to toe.
Yeah. I love that.
Except for the bees. They're normal colored bees.
I was hoping for emerald bees. Dang.
Yeah, good clarification.
Also still like spinning, but like you see kind of a flash of light because Sylvester is casting prestidigitation because whatever's going on, like cleaning up. So makeup disappears from the face, the clothes like straighten out, and you see just a crystalline gem dragonborn, scales kind of picking up the light, not too shiny but still shiny, and dressed in kind of fashionable but serviceable adventuring clothes. And when they finally come to a slow, they're like 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. So we all, whose dad has the money?
Oh, hi. My name's Cal Razoon. My dad just gave me the sword, man. Do you have money?
I think it's rather rude to ask about money first thing.
Oh, my bad. I thought because you asked me about money, but that just might be a thing that you can do first. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's like, is that's the dragon calling the scales black, my friend?
I asked whose dad had money.
Mine, but I don't think he did this.
Oh.
But
Well, do we still have our forms? I mean, we consumed them. What applications would we put in here?
Is
What
the table with the things, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. You want to go have a look at them?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just hope we don't have to eat those too.
Yeah, these seem to be really dense, again, like type-faced print. They seem to be liability waivers.
Oh.
Oh.
And as you approach the table, there's a, you didn't notice it before, but just on the ceiling above the entrance or the opening, there's a little metal grill, and a voice starts to speak coming out of this little metal grill. And it says, "Thank you for participating in the Intern Selection Training and Ranking, or ISTAR program. You may be held liable for damage to ISTAR facilities or employees. Please keep in mind that your entrance exam will be monitored for quality control and training purposes. We are not responsible for any lingering injuries. Please fill out, sign, and return the liability waivers. If you experience mage armor lasting for more than 8 hours," and it just continues to rattle off these sort of legal disclaimers for quite some time.
Yeah.
And they get real specific.
Oh, I never understand these. I just sign them anyways. And Kyle just puts his name on it and is like, okay.
I'll sign mine as well.
I've never had somebody admit that we're actually probably going to get hurt before starting on something. So I'm kind of into this. Yeah.
Once they're all signed, they sort of move on their own to the back of the table, and then they disappear. The voice comes back and says, "Please insert a total of 10 gold or the equivalent for your intern recruitment team."
Oh, team. That means that we all don't have to shell out 10 gold.
Correct.
Oh,
but I love that you thought so, and now I wish I hadn't told you otherwise.
Sylvester pulls out a piece of paper and uses the pen that was used to sign the forms and just writes on a piece of paper, "Personal appearance by Sylvester and 3 adventurers," and folds it up and slubs it in the slot. Slubs it in the slot. I can't say words.
It's fine. They're not important for today. I love that. Make me either a persuasion or a performance check to just really, to have kind of exude the confidence behind this note, since there's magic here, and maybe that'll help.
That's an 18.
Yeah, that's enough. And so as you put it in, the little turnstile sort of ding, and a little green light turns on, and you sort of see the turnstile itself like unlock.
Can't believe that worked. Okay.
That was impressive. I have a little bit more faith in all of us now. Yeah. Renata's just gonna walk through the turnstile.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Perfect, man.
Walk through as well.
All right. You walk into a large room through this portal where you can't see anything on the other side. As you step out on the other side, it is an enormously long room that is, for all the world, looks like it's not quite Yawning Portal specific, but it just looks like a tavern. There's a long bar, there's a bunch of tables, a blazing fireplace, a set of stairs that leads to a sort of balcony on the upper floor. There's a beautiful chandelier hanging from the very center of the room. But rather than any patrons, there are crude sort of training dummy looking things set up at various points around the room. There are 2 bellied up to the bar. There's a bartender behind the bar. At one of the tables, there's 4 card playing dummies. There's a musician one by the fireside, and then sort of an innkeep or a server or something just sort of standing in the middle of the room. And as you all enter, there is that same voice comes over through another grill in this room and begins speaking again. And it says, "Interning with the world-famous Zhet'Inc of Waterdeep is a rare and prestigious opportunity that requires more than just the ability to fight, perform magic, or disarm traps. Zhet'Inc interns must also be able to execute their duties with a certain degree of style and flair. In this room, you will demonstrate your ability to attack an enemy while using a catchphrase. You will be graded on originality and delivery. And then the voice snaps off, and the dummies begin to they're very brief, GIF-length motions that they just repeat over and over.
Should we each get one?
I think there's more than enough for each of us to get maybe more than one. I don't know how many catchphrases they want us to have.
Now, is it a group catchphrase or do we do individuals?
Think individual.
Okay.
I'll take the shortest one.
Okay.
One of the patrons by the bar is not quite able to see over it. One of the dummies is yeah.
Oh,
that's
I'll take
your
the
little
kid
one.
dummy.
Yeah, there you
I'll
go.
take the kid dummy.
Classic Meepnar. Always taking the smallest one in the fights. They understand.
All recognize small.
Exactly. I run in. And my sword's already on fire. It's been on fire.
It has been this whole time.
It does not turn off.
That's funny. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It was getting kind of. It's good that you all went through what you did. It was getting kind of warm in that little vestibule.
Sure.
All right, which one are you running up to, Cal?
Just the nearest one.
It would probably be one of the card playing. The nearest ones are at the card playing table, which is pretty close by.
Perfect. I just rear up, and as I'm going, I enter into a rage as I'm going in, and I just go, yeah, and I just cut across both of them.
Absolutely. Okay, do two things for me. The first thing is make me an attack roll, and the second thing will be make me a performance check for your catchphrase.
Absolutely. Okay. Let's do it. There's no other way for him to live than all in. So he is going to do great weapon fighting. So it's a -5 to the attack. But I get to do +10 damage on the roll.
Sure.
Okay, so I will go actions. Let's go. Okay. So a -5 from this. It's so it's a 16 -5. I got an 11.
That is enough to hit this effectively stationary training dummy. Yeah.
Perfect. I do 2d6, and I gotta add 2 more d6 because it's on fire.
Plus probably 15 or 17 or something like that
10.
at this point.
So
plus 10 plus strength
10.
and rage.
Oh yeah, strength and rage. Okay, plus 10 is onto 15 is 25, and then with the rage, I think let's see. +2. So so it's 17. 17 total damage. You did it right. You got it.
Okay, what were so 17 plus the 46, right?
Yeah. No, that's total. Yeah, no, that's total.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. So and your performance check.
Oh, absolutely. The -1. 13.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So as you what was it? Hay? It was a hay,
No,
right? Was your catchphrase?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a real long. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. You slice through the dummies. All 4 of them actually just burst into flames because they're kind of filled with straws. So it's one of them is just sliced in half. Its flaming top half just sort of falls onto the ground, or falls onto the card table. A few of the cards catch fire, and the voice comes over the grill and says, "Calculating scores," and little beep boops that sort of go. And the voice, after a few moments, comes on and says, "Delivery, 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Originality, 1 out of 5.
Yeah.
Bonus points for massive damage, 5 out of 5.
Yeah. And I just keep slamming on the table. The rage is happening for 10 turns.
Yeah, just going to town. All right, well, while Cal just absolutely loses it on this card table, how about who's next?
Oh boy. Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, watching Cal
Very
do
enthusiastic.
watching Cal do that. I think Renata, so she's got a myriad of implements on her all over the place. And so she kind of steps forward and away from Cal's, area of destruction.
Sure.
And there's two drinking dummy patrons that are just kind of like a distance away, and she says, "Well, let's get down to business," and she fires 2 arrows.
Yes. Attack rolls and performance check. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so the attacks are a 14 and 11.
Those will both hit.
And then it's just 1 performance check for the...
Yes, for business, which I can't decide if I should give you advantage or disadvantage, so we'll just leave it as it is.
Perfect. So it's a 4.
A 4. Incredible. Great. Okay, so what you intended to say was let's get down to business. What comes out with a 4?
Actually, I think she means to say business, but she really just does say business.
Oh,
that's
great.
it.
That's great.
It says let's get down to business.
That's great. That's great. The voice comes back over, calculating scores. Beep boop beep boop. Delivery, 2 out of 5. Originality, 3 out of 5. Bonus points for massive damage, 0 out of 5. And the voice, it clicks off and is quiet for a second, and then almost as if like you're hearing, like somebody left the speaker on somewhere, right? Like it's not into the microphone, but it's sort of off to the side. You hear, did she mean business? I saw the like to defeat the Huns? Like what was business? I don't understand. Oh no.
Yes. Break the world, please.
Yeah,
always
do it.
Mulan is real in this universe.
Always. The scores are made up of the points don't matter. Who's next?
I'll go next.
Yeah.
So I'm charging at this tiny patron of the fake bar. And I'm, increasing speed, and I am going up to this dummy and going to drop kick.
Yes.
The dummy.
Yes.
Absolutely.
An unarmed attack. Yeah.
Let me.
You have a +8 on your unarmed attack.
Little wizard owl. I love it. He is jacked.
Oh my gosh.
I love it.
26.
Okay, absolutely hits. Do we get a catchphrase, or do you just drop kick it, which is also quite fun?
I do the catchphrase after.
Okay, great.
Successful.
So yeah, you go ahead. I didn't. I guess Renata, I should have had you roll damage. I just assumed it wasn't going to be over.
I can still
go
do
ahead.
it.
Maybe I'll retroactively give you a couple of points there. Again, they don't matter.
Okay. Right. Plus 1d6.
And you too, Meat Gnarl, get that damage for that one.
Yeah.
All right, so that would have been a total of 15 plus 6, so 21 damage, because the bees follow the arrows and then just kind of like do a little.
21 is enough to get you another 3 points of massive damage bonus. So
awesome. Love my irrelevant bonus points.
There you go. Meatnar, how about you?
6.
6. Yeah, I mean, it's, you knock some stuffing out of it. And then, okay, so you've completed the attack now.
Yeah. So as I finish the drop kick and I stand, did it fall? Did I knock it over?
I think so. I think you sort like it's all, like I said, it's stuffed. So I think you've sort of like bent the top half in half and is sort of, like overturned by the bar stool.
It should. Good. So I gotta say, nice to meet you. Sure seems like a kicking restaurant here.
I like it. Give me a performance check. I like it.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm the one who dropped catchphrases on you in the moment. I deserve whatever I get.
These are great.
Also a 6.
Also a 6. So if I may, I think you say all of those things, but I think you sort of stand there for like several seconds after the attack, coming up with it, or maybe forgetting to have done it, or something like that, and then eventually it comes out. Kick-in restaurant, I swear. Calculating scores, beep boop beep boop. Delivery, 1 out of 5. Originality, 4 out of 5. Massive damage bonus, 0 out of 5. Sylvester, in addition to what are you going to do, what have you been doing while these three have been catchphrasing their way through the room?
there has been a roller coaster of emotion of like impressed
Sure.
and be like, ooh, whiffed. And like, like it's the emotional journey has happened. While also just kind of seeing like, okay, what's left to do? um, and he goes over to the bar.
Uh-huh.
And he kind of looks up, and I assume tavern. There's like maybe like what do they do? Chandelier, lantern.
Oh, there's one
type of-
actually like oddly beautifully wrought, like a little out of place chandelier in the middle of the room. Yeah.
Oh dear. And he just like if there's an actual drink there, he will take it. But he mimes taking a drink, and he says, "Drinks around the house, everyone. Too bad I'm bringing the house down." And
Yes.
and uses his breath weapon aimed at the chandelier.
Oh yeah, do it. I mean, it's like a dex save, right? So it's gonna
Yeah.
fail that.
Uh-huh.
So go ahead and roll damage on that.
I mean, it's wow.
I love it.
It's 6 damage.
Okay.
So,
So there is it's got a lot of like pieces and dangling bits, right? So you hit it and the whole thing sort of swings, and one of the arms of the chandelier breaks off from the lightning and comes crashing down onto the bar. It catches part of the bartender dummy behind. And there's like an extra moment of silence, but then calculating scores.
I mean, I will say it was radiant damage, so not only was it an attack, it also with the chandelier looked
Oh, it was
amazing.
radiant. That's
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
of
yeah.
course. So even better. So in addition to breaking that one off, you also just lit several candles that had guttered out. I love it. So performance check, please.
Okay. 11.
Now a 1. Now, of all the times, that was
No,
a 1.
you have a plus
You
10.
have
I
a-
didn't realize it.
You,
I mean, yeah,
you have a
I've-
crit.
Oh, all right, fine. Crit that then.
Yeah.
Right.
That was just rude.
I
After
was
all
rude. So the voice comes over, calculating scores. Beep, boop, beep, boop. Delivery, 5 out of 5. Originality, 4 out of 5. Massive damage score, 0 out of 5. Error. Chandelier. Recalculating. And there's some more beep boops, and then after a moment, due to use of chandelier, all points are doubled.
Oh.
For the team,
nice.
yes, for the team. All points for the team are doubled. We totally planned that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
There is no confirmation or denial of that statement coming from the grill.
What happens at the other side of the room after that announcement?
At the other side, so at this point, once you've all given your catchphrases, the remaining dummies that are still intact sort of like deactivate again. They stop moving. The fireplace at the far end of the tavern goes out, and the mantle sort of rises up, and behind or through the fireplace, you can see another sort of black, dark square that you can't see the other side of, doorway or portal way. Yeah.
Guys, this application's so easy. We get to break stuff and say cool things. This is gonna be great.
I do like breaking stuff and saying cool things. You ain't wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still reserving judgment, though.
Meebnar is gathering up stuffing and putting some stuffing in his.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, just straw is now coming out of. Yeah, I love it.
Perfect.
Um,
All right.
Yeah, I guess we passed this portion. I don't know. I don't know if it's like a multi-pass fail thing or if we're just like graded at the end of it, but I don't know. There's another door
How
though.
could you fail it? How could you fail it?
Some of you tried real hard.
That was very close.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we're just kind of destined to succeed. I just feel like if we have that attitude while we go through this, nothing can hurt us. Come on, let me charge blindly into this darkness, lit by my flaming sword.
By all means.
And Cal just takes off.
Is it safe for him to run with that thing? Is it okay? Okay.
Is it like held out in front of you too,
Oh,
or is it like
it's just one of these? That's
great.
It's like one of these.
Teddy
That's so
Roosevelt
good.
going down the stairs.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He really should be in front of a parade. If you think about his energy,
Right.
that is it. Yeah.
Drum major style? Got it.
Excellent.
I love it. All right, you all head into with Cal in the lead into the next room through the fireplace. This room is equally sort of long and large, but this one, rather than being decorated like a tavern, what you see is lots of little like stations. There are, in fact, 6 stations, 3 on either side. And I'll tell you what those are in a minute. But at the far end of the room, you can see a dark line sort of drawn across the floor. And over the line, there is it almost looks like an unlit brazier, but it's some sort of like big bowl or receptacle or something. At the stations on either side, here's what you see. One station, the one directly to your left, is a large open chest that is filled with what look like bars of finely wrought steel. Just past that, there's a small table with some gold pieces scattered atop it, and then there are several large sacks also on this table. And then the farthest one on the left is a small mock-up of what looks like a wizard's lab with a table full of like alembics and other alchemical equipment and books. Lots and lots of books. On the right, the first thing that you see on the right is a large banquet table with filled with food, and the cutlery is all like gleaming silver or gold or maybe even platinum in some cases. The second thing on the right is just a jeweled crown and scepter hanging on the wall. And then at the far end, you see a set of shelves that look like they're filled with some like figurines, but it's hard to make out sort of any details on these figurines. There's quite a few of them over there. And that's what you see as the voice once again cuts into the room and says, "Style isn't enough to pay the bills. And as an intern, you are partially responsible for the financial well-being of the world-famous Zhet'Inc of Waterdeep. In this room, you will demonstrate your ability to quickly and efficiently gather treasure. Your task is to bring as much treasure as possible across the finish line and put it in the receptacle in the time allotted. You will be graded based on the value of the materials acquired and ranked in comparison with the rest of your intern applicant group." And then there is a sort of klaxon beep start buzzer, and you just hear ticking. Start.
Start already?
Oh God, we gotta go. Yeah, dudes, come on, let's do it. All right, so there's a bunch of iron. There's a jewel-encrusted sword, or like mace. Yeah.
Crown and
There's
scepter.
an alchemical table. There's
Wizard's lab.
There's a. What am I
You're
forgetting?
doing really good. You're doing
Yeah,
really
there's
good. I know I
a-
threw a lot at you.
Yeah,
So- so-
there's
I wrote
gold in
down
a bunch
so
of
y'all can-
sacks.
Gold in a bunch of
Gold in a
sacks.
bunch of sacks.
A wizard's lab with like alembics and all that sort of stuff, and then basically like shelves of Funko Pops
Yep.
Yeah,
And also the banquet table
and the banquet
with the
table.
expensive cutlery.
Is there anything that's elevated?
Oh, the yes, both the banquet table and the wizard's lab are up on little like riser platforms. They're
wanna
not super high, but like maybe 6
I want to
inches tall.
fly to the highest. I want to fly to whatever's the highest.
Oh, sure. Okay, so you can
I'm not
either
sure how far away it is.
you can either fly up to the banquet table. It's a little taller than the wizard's table, or actually those shelves on the far end are built higher up if you wanted to fly and stand on a shelf, although well, it's up to you.
Well, I don't. I want to fly basically to somewhere elevated that has something we need and basically throw it down.
Oh, I got you. Great. I love that. Also, I should have
No,
mentioned
no.
there's a chandelier in this room. It's identical to the one in the last room.
Burn it down.
I mean, it
in
looks
that case,
valuable. I'm just saying.
I'm probably
Yeah.
is.
Done
Your
with the
best bet for
points.
that is probably either the chandelier or the
shelves.
wizard's table is lifted up and somewhere where you could toss stuff into the.
I'll go to the wizard too.
Okay,
Wizard.
great.
Cool.
And as you fly down there, Meepnar, are you like being discerning at all, or are you just like grabbing stuff and chucking as fast as you can?
I'm They just said you have to collect it. They didn't say it had to be in pristine.
They did not. That's true. They did not say it had to be in
So,
pristine condition.
To me, it's
that
all
is
about speed, especially
absolutely
since
true.
the timer started already.
Yeah.
So I'm just chucking stuff.
Okay. Why don't you
that.
give me? I'll take either like a ranged weapon attack, or if your strength is better, so it could be like a thrown weapon, so like a strength attack. One of those two as you toss stuff in.
Okay. No problem.
And just sort of grabbing everything on there as you can. I
So
mean, the
18.
books are fine. And 18, great. All right, so for the most part, you're hitting that hopper pretty well. The books are obviously largely unharmed. The fragile glass Olympics less so, but hey, most of the pieces fall into the container. And Meatnar is going to town. What else we got?
Can I make a perception check
Hell
on either the quality of the cutlery,
Yeah.
or the if I could? I just want to see if that gold is real. I think
Yeah.
I have. I'll justify it mechanically. But
Sure.
I have
roll.
aspect of the beast, which is an eagle aspect, so I can see up to 1 mile with no difficulty. So I think
So you
in this
see
moment, I'm just
very fine details.
just trying
Yeah.
to check between the two.
Yeah, absolutely. Make that. Give me that perception check,
Cool.
Cal.
There we go. It's 17.
17. Okay, you do notice several things. One is that it does look like the serving platters in particular are like probably real solid gold. There's a few silver candelabrum that are candelabras that are really lovely and do look like solid silver. The other thing that you notice though is that all of these the food itself and thus everything on the table looks really, really greasy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I run to the table.
Okay.
And I want to grab. Is there a tablecloth?
There. Sure. You know what? There is.
Okay. I grab one end of the tablecloth and it's like, all right, bud. And I put my sword down in the ground. And the moment I let go of it, it turns off.
Okay.
And so
That's probably good.
I grab it. Cal doesn't realize that. He doesn't know that anytime he unequips it, it turns off. He's just like, oh, this is the only way it goes. I have to put it out on the ground. And so he grabs, I want to grab
How did Cal
one.
make it to level 7?
It's a wild experience. Meatnar has been a good influence on Cal.
Yeah,
Let me just say
clearly.
that. Yeah. I grab one end of the tablecloth and I just kind of want to make a sack of it and then kind of hurl it into.
Love
That
that.
is
Yeah.
very funny. Okay, so the first thing I need you to do then
Yeah.
is make me a we're gonna call it a sleight of hand check
Okay.
as you try it, because it turns out the tablecloth is pretty greasy too.
Yeah.
So as you try and make this bundle, it's just it's really fatty meats have been cooked and obviously eaten by hand, and then the hands got wiped on the tablecloth. I guess I don't know. So yeah, let's have that sleight of hand check.
Perfect. I'm gonna. I really want it to work, so I was just gonna use the crit, but I was like, maybe I should roll first and see.
Roll. I don't mind if you use it after. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
You know what? It's a 22.
Okay,
Yeah, that's great.
All right,
Yeah,
that is
that's great.
absolutely. So it's real slippery, but you
Yeah.
you get a nice tight grip. You sort of wipe a little and grip again,
Sure.
and you manage to bundle it up. All right,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and do for you. I think it makes definitely makes more sense as we'll treat it as a thrown weapon. So make an attack roll.
Okay.
As you because you said you're throwing it towards
Yeah,
the
yeah,
hopper,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I'm
Now
gonna-
you are I will say you are significantly farther away from that hopper than Meepnar is.
Doesn't matter.
But I have faith in you.
I equipped a javelin just to use as
Perfect.
yeah. Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, that's perfect.
Oh, it's a 25.
A
18 plus 7.
25.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, there's not the grease isn't even there. You sort of wind up, shot put style, and sailing over a few of the forks and whatever kind of fall out as it begins to come open as it flies, but the vast majority of it hits that hopper, and it sort of sits on top for a minute, because it's a big. And the hopper's not as so it just sort of sits there and then very slowly does that tip in and then gets sucked down into whatever this thing is.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Cal does.
I love it. I love it.
Sylvester's gonna go for the figurines.
The figurines. All right. You head down to those figurines, and you can see that this is a set of 5 different figurines, and there's a bunch of copies of each of them. They're all of them are identical. One of them is a so handsome it's eerie and a little plastic tiefling with flaming horns and the most Met Gala ridiculous outfit you have ever seen.
Thank you for this.
One of them is think Lakitu, the little turtle in the cloud from Mario, except instead of a turtle, it's an Azamar with lightning coming out of its eyes, a fan in one hand and a glass of wine in the other. One of them is just a pigeon. I'm really glad that you laughed the hardest at that one, Latia, because
they were in back order. Gosrick didn't plan ahead. They had to do a replacement.
One of them is David the Gnome, except the hat is blue, and he's holding a little bowl with what looks like a horrifying amount of blue spider legs sticking out sort of at all angles.
I think the adjective you were looking for is tantalizing.
Not from my perspective.
These are clearly prototypes.
This sounds like Rick Goss to me personally.
I didn't think about it, but it does kind of sound like Rick Goss.
He's making knockoffs.
I love it. And then the fifth figure is head to toe. You can't even tell like gender, race, species, just head to toe, completely garbed in white with an enormous white sun hat and arms full of tiny little boxes of puzzles that each, if you look real closely, each say 50,000 pieces on each of the like at least 6 or 7 puzzle boxes that it's got in his hands. Sylvester, make me real quick before anything, make me a perception check as you walk over here.
Oh my gosh. It's an 11.
There is one figurine that stands out because it doesn't match any of these 5. And it is a very tall human woman who you can just barely see her face because the rest of her is festooned with weapons. A giant great sword and a really beautiful bow, and there's knives and daggers and short swords and scimitars, and then it's wearing the figure is wearing like an alchemist's hood, and you see a little bandolier of like some sort of potion bottles, and then you can also see that like buried underneath some of the spare weapons that are like on the side of it, there's like the eyes of like some sort of little creature down there, and that just all of these different weapons and adventure trappings. And it is the only one of its kind, and you realize it looks slightly more finely crafted than the others.
Yeah, there's as Sylvester's like, because the timer, he's racing towards the shelf, and he's looking over all of them, and then it just hits this slow motion moment where he turns and his eyes get like dish saucers to see like what that one figurine.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Sylvester's plan is to he's planning to take out his bedroll and essentially.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, just into the bedroll. Yeah, for sure.
With the exception now of that one, which may actually be handheld.
Which maybe I love that. I love that. Okay, yeah, the rest of them get swept in there. Makes sense. They're definitely mass produced, right? Like it's their value on mass is probably significant, but individually, except for this one, they're definitely mass produced. Excuse me. All right.
Sorry.
So you
you know what? No. No, actually, Sylvester does pull out the one.
Okay.
But he only takes one of each of the others.
Okay.
And then does his best to basically tip over the shelf so it crashes and breaks the rest of them.
We're just raising the value.
Increase the value, yeah.
Increase the supply.
I like it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Gosrick is very happy somewhere.
I will posit an athletics check to break the shelf, but if you have other thoughts, I'm open to them. But because it's set into the wall, so let's just see how this goes. Because dice rolls are our fastest route to chaos.
Oh golly. I mean, I will go with athletics, and I will use. I have a crit, but I think I'm going to save it. I'll try athletics with advantage.
Great. Oh yeah, there you go. Use that advantage.
Oh, whoops! That was not athletics. That was acrobatics. So hold on.
Okay.
The highest of that was a 19 plus my athletics, so it will be a 22.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
absolutely. You see, you can just find the anchor points and just tear those right out, and they go flying to the floor. And they're like, they get as they fall, they get dented or chipped or whatever. But you can go to town on them if you want. They're not that nicely made. So yeah, raising the value by increasing the scarcity. I like the creativity. Renata.
Hi, Renata is going to go over to that chest of what looks to be steel bars and go and look through it as quickly as she can, because yes, they look like, that's what's on top, but what's in it, So if there's anything in it, she's probably going to go for that.
So the first thing you notice is the ones on top are all they look like they were taken from some sort of a I don't know, Federal Reserve Bank type thing. They are all very uniform. They're all stamped not with the symbol of Waterdeep, but some symbol that you don't recognize. Make me I'll take either perception or investigation.
Sure, let's go. That's a 21.
So there is they look valuable, but they look heavy. There is a little catch that you see underneath the one sort of on the right side of the chest.
Yeah, let's pull that catch. Let's see what that do.
Yeah, as you do, the first thing that happens is clearly the bottom of the chest sort of opens up, which is great, except the first thing that happens is all of these iron bars fall into some abyss and vanish.
Okay.
But when and you see nothing, but then once the bottom of the chest closes back up, which it does automatically once the bars are gone, the whole chest refills with new bars, all of which are now gold.
Oh. Then I'm gonna drag that chest to the hopper.
Yeah, let's take athletics check for that. Again, I will. I love creativity, so if you got something else, but let's do an athletics check to drag it, which is significantly lighter now.
Oh, that's right. Gold is lighter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have an advantage, so I'm gonna roll. I don't have any.
Yeah.
No,
Yep.
I'm gonna use my crit for that.
Yeah. You throw it over your dang shoulder and walk it down there. Absolutely, yeah. And just now, do you dump the chest in or do you feed the bars in?
I think I'm gonna dump the chest in because I have a theory. Latia has a theory, but I'm just gonna dump the whole chest in.
Yeah, absolutely. You dump that in, and again, it sort of gets stuck for a minute, and then bends the laws of physics and gets sucked down into this hopper. The timer is, in fact, you all were very incredibly efficient with this. So the ticking is still going on, and it doesn't seem like your time is up yet.
I run to the jewel encrusted mace. I go just to take a look at that because I was I'm gonna steal that or I'm gonna throw it in there.
Absolutely. What is your passive perception, Cal?
Passive perception is a big old 12. Real strong.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I like it.
A 12. Yeah, all right. So you
Also, I left my sword in the ground. I just realized I didn't pick it up, so that's fair.
So
It's not on fire, though.
reach over, and it's the weirdest thing. As you reach for it, your hand sort of meets some resistance, and then you feel your hand start to burn, and the rest of you see the crown and scepter begin to move towards Cal, and you then, since it's moving under the light of the chandelier, you see an enormous 10-foot by 10-foot gelatinous cube.
Oh, ow.
And I do need a quick initiative.
Well,
This is why we say
have advantage
lighting
on
is
these.
everything.
That's right. That's right.
I do have one question.
Please, Meepnar.
Is he behind me or am I behind him? I think he was behind me.
I believe he's behind you. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, I suppose if you don't intend to assist Cal, you don't really need to roll
Yeah,
initiative
absolutely.
right
That's
now.
so
I
fun.
shouldn't assume. But if you are going to roll initiative, tell me what you got. Renata. Sorry, I lost all your names.
Okay.
Renata.
I got a 12.
A 12. And how about you, Sylvester?
16.
All right. And Meetnar.
6.
6.
Too busy checking
And
stuff.
I love it. And Cal.
I got a natural 20.
A natural 20.
This is
All
a
right.
very blessed day for me.
Right
I'm
next to you.
Most of my
You wanna
rolls
have-
are 2s. We know this from Ryan.
Most of my rolls.
You know what? I think what we can gather from this is that most of Gosrick's rolls.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
that's a good point.
Dumb and blessed. Himbo life.
Himbo life. What am I doing? G cube. Okay. Well, Cal, the good news is you get to go first. The brief bad news is that since you didn't see it coming, it is going to go ahead and have a quick moment. All of my tabs closed. It's a quick moment to attempt to engulf you. So I do need you to make a dex save first, please.
Absolutely. I think I have something about my dex saves. Advantage on dex saves against effects that you can see while not blinded, deafened, or incapacitated.
Interesting, because you in fact did not see this.
Oh,
Which is the problem here.
Absolutely.
So I think not for this one.
That is fair. I definitely hear it. I was just proud that I knew my character.
I was listen.
I got a 9 on that.
A 9. Okay,
Yeah.
so you do become fully engulfed in the cube, and let's see. At the start of each of your at the cube's turns. Okay, so you start with simply an easy 3d6 acid damage.
Can I
Fun.
rage as I get pulled into the cube?
Heck yeah.
Perfect.
Who wouldn't?
So that's
Yeah.
right. So that's 13 acid damage, and you cannot breathe, and you are restrained. But also, your hand is on the scepter,
Oh, beautiful. Okay, cool.
and it is your turn.
So I'm raging because I'm getting
Mhm.
engulfed into it. My
love it.
hand is on the scepter.
It
Can
is.
I make an would it be to just like rip my hand out of Jello? Is that athletics?
It is
or
it is a straight up strength check according
Okay,
to
perfect.
the gelatinous cube stat block.
I would love that. I do have advantage on this because I am raging.
Great. Hey, you are raging. That's right.
So is it saving throw or just check?
Just check. So no proficiency here.
Cool. Okay. So first one,
Cal has been practicing getting
Uh,
out of gelatinous cubes.
18. With
18.
advantage.
7 was not. So you sort of for a minute, you're just surprised at how like sticky the
Oh!
cube is.
Yeah.
But then with a renewed effort, yeah, you're able to. And in fact, with an 18, you could actually get your whole self out of the cube if you wanted.
Perfect. I'm gonna claw my way out as I'm going through. Oh God! And I see it now, right? Like I can actually see.
Oh yeah. Oh
the
yeah.
3 dimensions of the cube. I was like, oh man, God, that's a 3rd time this month. Meep
Maybe I should have given you proficiency.
God, these cubes just keep coming at me, man. And then I'm gonna try and crawl or just like move my way back to the sword. I think I let go of the scepter and crown.
Okay, yeah, it falls on the floor, but it's it's
Right.
fine. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, all right. You can make it back with your full move back to where you dropped your sword by the
And
entrance.
that'll be my turn as I like pick it up and use my action to just turn it back on.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Sylvester, that brings us to you.
Oh crap.
Sorry, I should have said Renata's next after that, and then Meepnar.
I don't know what to do. So Sylvester's. Let's see. He does pause at the 3rd time. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, based on this, Sylvester is going to use Dissonant Whispers
Oh yes.
towards the cube.
It's not
He's
gonna go well
going
for
to
it.
basically start like, what's the word? Like ululating a little bit. So he is sort of sending the Dissonant Whispers as a bit of a sonic wave. Like a bit of a really disruptive sonic wave
Ooh.
towards this cube.
Cool.
It's a Wisdom save DC 14.
The cube got a 0 on its wisdom save.
That's just like me at work. Okay.
It's actually just like period.
And yeah, it got a 0.
Okay.
So now I will say, unfortunately, because I believe that also does that add the frightened condition if it fails, or does it just run away?
No, it just runs away. So it has
Okay,
to-
even better.
So yeah, it takes 8 points of psychic damage, but must move as far as its speed allows away from me, but not into danger. Well,
Sure. It
obvious danger. I don't know. It's an ooze. What does it know?
It's true. It moves away from you 15 feet. She's slow. She's slow. I love it. Anything else, Sylvester? And you sort of see, you watch as the whole thing sort of jiggles and waves like a danger jello. Brings us to to Renata.
Let's see. This is interesting because I'm kind of glad that Renata's like inwardly sighing because like she was going for the crown and scepter, but that seemed too easy. So
Yeah.
So I think the first thing that she's gonna do, why not? Because I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to kill this thing. So she's just gonna cast Hunter's Mark
Okay.
on
Yeah.
it
Great.
for that extra D6 of damage. That's her bonus action. And then yeah, she's just gonna fire at it.
Yeah. Go for it.
With her longbow. So that's gonna be 2 longbow attacks. That's gonna miss probably. Okay, so that's an 8 and an 18.
Both of those will hit.
The 8, really? Wow.
You want to know what its AC is?
It's probably like 6 or 7.
It is a 6.
Good God. I really
Listen,
didn't.
These are trap monsters. If you start fighting it, it really is over.
Okay. Okay, cool. Then that's gonna be. I'm just gonna roll that damage, which is gonna be 2d8, 1 plus 3, 2d8 and 1d6.
Mhm.
Wow, that's max damage.
Hey.
So almost max damage. So 11, 11, 4. That's 26.
26. You're right.
26.
All right.
Yeah, 26 points of piercing damage, and then like the swarm actually around me, they always follow the arrows, so there's like 4 bees that are stuck in this.
Oh no! Yeah,
Oh.
and you see little ripples come out from them as they like face plant into this cube. Yeah, really good. I love it. Meep, that brings us to you.
So I was chucking items.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm done yet or not.
I don't.
But-
There's a lot on there, so there's still stuff on the table for sure.
I don't want to put any of the treasure inside of the cube because
Sure.
we need to have it in the thing. But if there was any, I essentially want to fill this cube up with something that is not treasure. So if I'm near,
Yeah, there's a lot
one
of.
of those shelves or a.
Oh sure, you could certainly like grab bits of the
I
table.
want to rip. I want to rip something off the wall and throw it at this.
Yeah, there's a shelf on the wall
Wizard.
that had some of the books sitting on it, and there are also like
Yeah.
on either end there's a bunch of just like iron like tools, right? Like strikers and things like that. So any of that stuff, or just rip the shelf itself. Up to you. Yeah.
I want to throw the shelf.
Hell yeah. Let's take an athletics check to rip that out, or pitch me something else.
No, athletics is fine.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting.
15.
I keep forgetting.
15.
Yeah, that's enough. Yeah, just like so, you watch Sylvester, like you heard Sylvester do a similar thing. So you find that anchor point as well and tear it out, and you've got this shelf that's still happy to, some of them fall off, but it's still got a few books and a few tools on it.
Then I want to toss it.
Heck
well,
yeah.
I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah, I mean you can, and again, you're welcome. I guess make a thrown weapon roll again, just in case you crit fail, but otherwise I don't think it's possible to miss.
14.
Yeah, absolutely. Just strikes it. Why don't you roll a d10 for me? It was a pretty hefty shelf there.
Sure. Okay, that is a 4.
Okay. Yeah, and it hits it, and again, you see the reverb, and the shelf starts to go in, and it's starting to. I mean, you got some bees. The crown is still in there. Cal has the scepter, but the crown is still in there. Now there's a shelf and a bunch of iron tools in there, and a few books. It's a big cube, but it's starting to get crowded for sure. On its turn, it just
I also
slowly.
flex after I do that.
Yes.
Perfect.
There's something about an
Yeah,
owl
on the
in
backside.
flexing that is just really. I love
I
with the
think that-
feathers, and I love it.
I think that fits like within the 6 seconds.
Absolutely.
Yeah. In fact, flexing should be a free action, honestly.
The cube just begins to very slowly sort of roll its way back towards all of you, and as it does, the shelf that you just threw at it, Meetnar, gets like caught on a little crack in the floor, and it begins to sort of separate the gelatinous cube, like to almost tear it apart as it tries to roll forward. And just as that begins to happen, the ticking stops and that loud klaxon goes off again, and this cube just splorches into goo on the floor. And the voice comes over and says, "Well done, intern applicants. Calculating total scores." And then there's some of those beep boops. And then you get error. Non-treasure found in hopper. Finding market retail prices. Please wait. And then some elevator music kind of comes over. And it's a few, like, this is a longer pause than you've had before. Apparently it was not prepared to price the chest itself or the tablecloth.
Never has this problem. Is all I'm gonna say. Okay.
And after like, I suppose if there's anything you all want to do, because after it takes several minutes of just like elevator music and otherwise silence.
Sylvester's just shouting out prices nearest to the closest gold piece, but trying not to go over their value.
To go over, that's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anytime Sylvester says one, I add 1 cent.
And everyone thinks you're kind of a dick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Renata just says $1.
Yeah. $1. I would love to take a look at the scepter and the crown. Just curious.
Yeah,
about
so
Yeah, they are. I mean, these are the real deal.
Oh.
The gems in them are real. The gold, not only is it gold, but the craftsmanship on it is like really clearly like master artisan kind of thing. You're thinking like probably like $1,000 a piece.
I am putting the crown on.
Yes.
Meetnar beat me to it.
I'm glad that
gonna say,
Meetnar went for it. Yeah.
I was gonna tell Cal to wear it, but Cal grabbed for the scepter, so yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Meepnar, it is a little big. It's your ears stop it, but it's like a little big, but also perfect.
It kind of tilts a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know if I can fly with this huge heavy crown right now.
Abby is the weird.
That's right.
We can frisbee it around to each other. It's fine.
Yeah.
Hot potato with the crown.
Renata just sits at the banquet table, just waiting for prices to be finished.
I love it. Yeah, absolutely. You hear the loop of elevator music like 2 or 3 times. And then eventually, once again, you sort of hear that like not quite into the microphone voice. And it's just like, no, I have no idea what that chest was made of. I don't know how to do this. No, I know it doesn't actually matter. Yes, Fine. Well done, interns. Your totals have exceeded the records at the Istar facilities. Specifics will be available upon completion of the application process. For now, know that you're all winners.
Yeah, guys, we're doing such a good job. Really,
The end of that sounded weird, though.
Did it? It felt like it said that we're all winners.
Yeah, but it was like the
strange
way it was said.
Yeah, it's like, and then Renata like looks up into the ether. It's like they didn't want us all to be winners.
There is as you say that, like nothing else comes over the thing, but there's like an aggressive chime from the hopper, and you see 4 little medallions like also kind of aggressively shoot out of the bottom of the hopper towards the center of the room.
I go pick one up.
Yeah, same.
These medallions are all made of tin, and they say participant on them.
Oh.
Nice, because we all participated in this activity, guys. We did such a good job.
third grade all over again.
Right?
Al was having a blast. He thrived in third grade. He's having a real fun
I
time.
bet he did. I bet he did.
Chasing that high for the rest of his life.
That's
Yeah.
right,
Some
Blessed.
People peak early. Some people
Yeah,
peak early.
2 + 2 is 4, Mrs. Kuiper. I know that.
Proud of him.
Yeah,
Oh,
I pick
man.
up the medallion and I look at it. It's like, and then Meep, you got one, and then Sylvester, you got one too.
Yeah.
Hey, there's little pins on the back if you want to wear them.
Oh, absolutely.
Sylvester is
Yeah.
not wearing this thing and
Yeah,
is
that's
actually
fair.
really offended by its presence.
Perfection. After a few more seconds, part of the wall behind where the hopper was begins to shimmer, and another darkness you can't see through portal appears.
Hal, would you like to do the honors?
Oh, I would be so thrilled. Come on, Goose Goose. And I pick up my sword, and it lights on fire again as I say its name, and I go charging into the darkness.
As you pick it up and the sword lights back on fire, the voice does come back as you begin to run to say, intern hopefuls are reminded that all treasure removed from the testing room will be transformed into venomous acid-infused spider bees.
Venomous acid-infused
Spider bees.
Correct.
And Sylvester looks
intern-
over to Renata as like, are
Yeah.
spider bees a thing? Is that a thing?
Not that I've seen. Renata is going to mimic that voice back to the voice that talked to us. Intern hopefuls would like to remind you that Goose Goose is not one of your treasures and therefore can be taken from the testing facility.
No, but if I took the
Well,
scepter, that's my
I am
bad.
still
And I,
wearing,
like,
I am still wearing the crown.
Renata, for your efforts, you get once again like a very passive aggressive click as if someone's turning off the speaker.
I'm gonna still wear the crown unless someone.
I'm not going to stop you.
I kind of don't really believe
wanna-
that this is.
You want to
gonna
put
be
that in a
useful.
bag or something?
It looks so good on you. You know what I mean?
You need to wear it.
Bro, I
What are a bunch of spider bees gonna do?
wasn't that your crown to
Yeah,
begin
I-
with? It looks like you've always had that crown.
Venomous acid.
Acid infused
Acid
spider
infused.
bees.
Oh god,
Mhm.
acid infused.
just sounds like a
Ooh,
drink.
I would
Like
love a
it's
nice
in-
infusion
you know,
actually
it's
right
fine.
now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is there an actual bar or just a fake tavern at the end of this? Because that would be really nice.
I mean, we
Okay.
can go to a bar after this, though.
Okay, fine. I'll put
Love
it in a
that.
bag or something, but I want to keep it.
I wouldn't put that in a bag with anything you like.
I'm calling their bluff.
Yeah.
Do it.
All right.
I think we all have a pouch.
Sure, yeah, I'm sure. Is anyone else, just to be clear, are you taking the scepter, Cal? Is anybody else taking anything?
Oh, I'm terrified as soon as that voice told me that it was doing something. I throw the scepter down and I'm
Yeah,
I
fair
catch it.
Put
Put it in my pouch.
Yeah. Okay, great. All right. As you all move through the door into the next room, can I have Renata and Meatnar make perception checks for me, please?
Yes.
19 for me.
Great.
6.
Meatnar, you're fine. Renata, as you step through, you definitely hear some sort of like skittering, buzzing, hissing sound come from your pack where you put the scepter.
Cool.
But nothing like comes out or attacks you at this point. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep that in mind. That
Yeah.
I potentially have a pouch of venomous acid infused spider bees. Maybe I can make them a part of my swarm.
I love that idea. Mhm.
Or just pull a link
Yeah,
and
you
throw it
sounded
at
like you
someone,
really
know?
loved it. Yeah. It's like saying that we're all winners. You really it sounded like you sold
All
it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
winners.
Yeah.
All right, give me 1 second. Okay. So you all walk through, Renata, your bag begins to buzz, and you all pass into the next room. The next room is quite a bit smaller than the other 2 rooms so far. It is lit by these like crystal tubes that just give off the most unflattering sort of whitish industrial light. There are these strange very uncomfortable looking chairs just lining two of the walls. In the middle, there's a small short table with a bunch of like looks like maybe newspapers or parchment things. Some of them are tomes, scrolls. For all the world, it looks like a doctor's waiting room.
I was gonna say, oh god, it's the DMV.
Yeah, or that. Yeah, absolutely. And there is nothing else in here. There's no other door. There is that's it. And the voice does not immediately come on this time. And as you all have get yourselves acclimated and decide what you want to do in this waiting room, why don't we not wait any longer to no, I hate it.
No, it was so close. You were
should've
Sully
kept going.
on.
You
You were
should've kept
truly
going.
Captain
Like,
Sully for
really.
a moment. It was the Hudson was right there.
Yeah,
It was-
Oh, dark. We're going to take our little break. We'll take our mid-show break. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Thank you for the donations. We've gotten, I think, by a quick glance, it looks like we've gotten about $100 in donations since this game started. So thank you all so much. Let's keep those coming in. We're only about $250, a little bit less, a little bit more from the goal. So keep those coming in. We appreciate you all so much. We're going to take a quick break. We will be back to handle the waiting room and whatever else lies ahead in the Istar facilities. See you shortly. Thanks, folks.
Well, thank you for that wonderful transition, Eugenio, and I really appreciate all of you and all of you who are donating for us today. Yeah, we are sitting at $755 of our $1,111 goal. We are raising money for Fisher House charities. Fisher House provides housing and support for veterans and their families while those veterans and families go to VA hospitals around the country to receive treatment. And each of the houses that have been built so far can provide housing for up to between 7 or 21 families, depending on where they're located. Fisher House has been around for a really long time, actually. Wow, I was remembering that they're over 30 years old, and now I'm feeling old. One of our family friends when I was growing up and was stationed, again, my dad was in the Coast Guard for 27 years. One of the people that we were stationed with, their child ended up with childhood cancer and ended up they used Fisher House for their treatments, among other things. And they were wonderfully fabulous people that were very, very helpful and very, very kind and personable, and just really there to make life easier on people going through some of the worst days of their lives. And that's what we want to do. So on this Veterans Day, we are raising money to support them. And we would love it if you could continue to donate, because I'm sitting here right now looking at the numbers going, our GM has 2 crits in their back pocket. And the players are kind of deficient in the crit department. Maybe. Or maybe you think that the GM needs another boss monster. Also an option. Also, a reminder, because Fisher House is so kind, that for anyone who donates $100 or more over the course of this weekend to any of the Build With Us charity campaigns, will win a plushie, or be given a plushie. It's an 8-inch plushie of the mascot Bricks. He is a brick house. They are a brick house. I should let you see the picture of Bricks. I'm gonna post it in chat. They are the cutest, and we appreciate each and every one of you who have donated so far, who are willing to help us out on this great campaign. We will be back in about 5 minutes. Take some time, stretch, bio, refresh, do all of that wonderful things, and we'll see you then, everybody. Bye. Hello everyone, welcome back. We hope you're refreshed, stretched, bio, do all those great things. And now you're ready to dive into the second part of this shenaniganry and application process to Zhet'Inc. I would also like to let you know that thank you again for everybody who's donated so far. We are raising money. The GM is still outweighing the players in the number of crits, and I think this is the appropriate number and balance that should exist. That's just me. The players might have different opinions, but that's just me. But again, thank you for being here, and now I get to hand the mic over to the wonderfully fabulous Eugenio, who's going to try and make more shenaniganry happen.
Listen, I barely have to try with this crew. It's a delight. Thank you all. Welcome back. Thanks for hanging around. We are back. Last we saw our adventurers, they had walked into a waiting room. And after mere moments, that was my before ads little scene, but mere moments after you walk in and sort of take in the nothingness of this room, on the far wall, a black darkness portal opens and the voice comes over and says, I don't know, sometimes interns got to be patient or something. Just go to the next room.
Yeah, guys, we're so good at this. We're getting it done.
I'd like to roll an investigation on this one.
Right?
Yes, please. Please do.
I feel like I know what this room is for, but
You haven't?
Sorry, what is it?
7.
Uh-huh.
It's a big 7, though.
It's a room with chairs and magazines and a door.
And my bag feels fine, right?
And your bag feels absolutely fine. Yeah, no oddness, nothing going on there. Yeah.
Good.
mm-hmm. I feel like Latia feels like this is the short rest room for people who go for the scepter first.
Oh, actually, I should have said that yes, once you enter this room, you all can have the benefit of short rest.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
I don't get anything back by that, but
I mean,
I don't know that any of you do really.
Yeah. I get to we get to restore some
Oh.
hit die.
You can spend hit die. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
and
think I
Sylvester would
heard
get
so.
Bardic Inspiration, but I think that's
Mhm.
about it.
Yeah.
I didn't inspire anyone. It's just Cal is just such a ball of enthusiasm. You know,
I
like,
mean,
Should have got put one thing in.
I love it.
Bardic.
one level in Bard.
Yeah. Okay. A single
So the
D6.
passage is there. What y'all doing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I mean,
Yeah.
Great.
I looked all around and didn't see anything, so
Yeah.
let's just go.
Yeah, great.
Mhm.
All right, all around.
Yeah.
All
Stood
around.
there and glanced.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
All right, you all head into the next room, and inside the next room, you see that this is another sort of long room, but this time you're on a sort of balcony that extends for maybe 20 feet, and then there's just nothing but sort of bottomless looking. Those of you who have dark vision can't see the bottom pit that is probably about 60 feet across from left to right, from side to side. And then after 20 feet of open pit, there's another identical balcony, 20 feet long, that leads to another doorway. On your balcony, there's just a pile of stuff. There's a rope, there's a 10-foot pole, there's like a big pile of hammers and a bucket of nails, there's a bed sheet, there's some planks of wood, there are a bunch of like 50-gallon barrels that are all currently sealed, there's some like iron spikes, there's a silver mirror, and as you all take in this pile of random crap, the voice comes back and says, "Interns must be able to work toward a common goal. Using the tools provided, work with your fellow surviving interns to cross to the far side of the room. Due to your performance so far, each of you will be randomly assigned a performance countermeasure. This will hopefully allow you to showcase your ability to overcome obstacles and engage in lateral thinking. Lastly, note that magic has been deactivated in this room." Can I have each of you roll a d4, please?
What is lateral thinking?
Well, I mean, it's when you think about ladders, man.
Oh no,
No,
I don't see any
That's
ladders
so
here, though.
good.
it's just gonna be
Good.
Cal and Meebnar on the road. Like,
Yeah.
This is the duo that should do stand up. Honestly,
I was just gonna say this is the joke, the building, joke building, joke building, joke building. Anyway, D4s. Let's start with Sylvester.
1.
Okay. Okay. I'll tell you all what happens in a minute. Renata, what's yours?
3.
Great. Meepnar.
4.
Excellent. And Cal.
Also 1.
Also 1.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Meepnar and Cal and Sylvester. As the speaker shuts off, you have the strangest sensation, and you sort of fall over and then push yourself back up to standing, but your personal internal gravity has been reversed, and you are walking on your hands. And you could flip over and walk on your feet, but it would be as difficult as walking on your hands would be normally.
Okay.
Renata, you said a 4?
A 3 for me.
A 3. Meepnar was 4.
Yeah.
Perfect. Renata, you suddenly feel really heavy. Your weight has tripled.
Good God.
Meepnar, these two flip over. Renata sort of, I don't know, settles into the ground a little bit. You're like, oh, nothing must have happened to me. And then you look down and you realize that cradled in your arms is a little kitten. And attached to the kitten's collar is a note that says, "Be warned, if at any point you are not carrying this kitten, you will be lit on fire."
Now, Meepnar is a pretty small owl.
Yeah.
How large is this kitten compared? Is it like a human carrying a kitten in the real world, or is this
it is a particularly small
piece of
kitten,
luggage?
almost as if it was like tried to be sized for you, but that would be very small. So
Okay.
I would say like
okay.
a small
So
duffel size.
I can cradle it.
Yeah,
I
you can cradle
okay.
it. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Cal instantly casts Speak with Animals, and because he's got the aspect of the beast. That's his,
absolutely.
And then walks up to it, and be like, "Oh, hey, bud, do you just live in this cavern?"
Wait, are we able to use magic or not?
Oh,
What a good question.
that
The cat responds. Cal.
Oh,
And the cat. What was the question? Was, what are you doing in this dungeon?
do you just live in this cavern?
Do you just live in this cavern?
Yeah.
And the tiny, adorable little kitten goes, "Yeah."
Cool. Your voice, not what I was expecting, but I appreciate it. It makes me think of depth.
No, the cat does not ask. Seen too many adventures come through.
Yeah.
The cat doesn't ask.
Oh man. I just want to take a look at this. I guess I can't cast a spell, so it doesn't happen, but I think it does.
Well,
yeah.
Well, that depends. So Sylvester, since you ask, for what it's worth, now this could just be Cal. You really don't know.
Yeah.
But the cat seemed to respond to Cal in cat or something, right? And Cal seemed to understand. So do with that what you will.
But am I meowing to it? This
yes.
is the thing. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay, I'm just meowing back and forth to this cat. Cool.
So the Speak with Animals did work.
That again, it's
appeared to.
Cal, so who can
appeared
say?
to.
But it appears
Yeah.
Or
to.
is this just Cal randomly meowing and saying?
Right?
Good question.
Heard what it said, man. Okay.
Interesting.
All right. Well, I can't drop this cat, but they said I need to carry it. I'm gonna try to carry the cat with one arm.
You do not light on fire.
Cool.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, I can hold something.
Okay. And you have the benefit of being an owlin, which does not require magic to fly. So you can just
Like
fly
the way
from
you said
one.
that, but yes, you are correct.
Well, I'm just saying,
You
It
said
was
it like
a little
owlin.
weird. There was a lot of
You said it like
enunciating.
you were an owlin.
well, I was
Um,
just gonna say owl at first, but you're not just an owl. You're an owlin. So
Thank you.
I was correcting myself.
Thank you.
But the point of it is you do not require magic to fly, so you can just kind of fly back and forth between the balconies and assist us in.
Kind of. Well,
But don't leave
Depending
me
on-
alone with Sylvester. You got to
depending on how
order.
loosey goosey
I'm
our
not gonna
DM
eat
is, I don't know if I
okay?
can fly while holding a
Oh,
cat.
you know what?
Oh,
You know what
yeah.
I need to do right now is I need to look at a picture of an owl.
'cause
Exactly.
are they, like,
Exactly.
Do they have
Additional
the, do they,
limbs, or
are
is
they
it-
just this or yeah?
Right.
Are we?
Yep. I'm glad
dragon
we're
or
all on the
drake?
same page about this. Okay, so based on the art that I'm seeing, the wings are separate from the arms. Now
Yeah,
you can tell me
yeah,
that
the
that's not
wings are
true for you, but assuming
that's-
that
that's
you
what I
are
was
standard
thinking.
owl in anatomy, you can in fact fly while holding this cat.
Okay. But I probably couldn't hold anything else
I mean,
and fly.
probably. Yeah, I mean, anything else like what? Like a person or like a?
No. Like any of these items, like the rope.
Well,
Oh
there was a- I
no,
was gonna
you
say,
probably.
there
I
was a
mean, that's up
rope.
to you to test, but I mean, you have a hand free at this point,
And you're
Uh,
a really strong wizard.
and
I'm
you're
really
a
jacked.
strong wizard.
You are incredibly jacked for
I
a wizard.
apparently
It
don't
is,
know much
yeah.
about spells, but I know a lot about flexing.
I don't know. That's why you're my coach.
Amazing.
I'm going to grab the rope with one hand.
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming we can't tell how long the rope is. It's kind of coiled up or something.
I mean, it looks pretty long, but yeah, it's coiled up right
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, hey, can somebody fasten the other end to something
Yeah, I got you.
here?
Yeah, I could try with my toes.
Yeah, Sylvester's
Don't
just
fasten
like,
it to
like
cow.
claws, like feet claws. I'm like, this is not, just no.
Like you see Renata just kind of like turtle walking over
Yeah.
to the balcony, like yeah, and just like I got it. Just let me.
Super
That-
laborious.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
laborious.
I love it. Yeah,
Right.
you can tie it up. There's plenty of places you can tie that
Then
off.
I'm going to fly one hand dangling a cat.
Yep.
Pretty docile cat, I guess.
Well,
Maybe we
it's
can
funny
do-
that you say that. So as you fly about halfway across, the cat's seen a lot, but I'm not sure that the cat's just been dangled and flown like this. So I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, Meepnar, to keep hold of a now agitated.
Oh, great.
little
-2.
cat.
Let's
Can
do
I
that.
give
Let's
him a
go.
help action by talking to this cat throughout the fight?
I would like to use my crit because I got a -1.
Never
I would like to
mind. You
use-
don't even need help. You don't.
I would
you
like to
got a
use that crit,
negative.
too.
That's probably wise. Yeah, great, perfect. Yeah, so you can get to the you just sort of I don't know. You tell me what the crit looks like to calm the cat down, or maybe just to muscle through it.
Yeah, I kind of want to I guess narrate the -1 that turns into a crit.
Please.
This cat's feisty.
Yeah.
And it actually digs its claw into Meepnar's arm. But Meepnar is able to do a little flex, and his muscle pops the claw out of his arm
Amazing.
Great. That's great.
and maintains his steady flight.
Cal, this little kitten is just swearing up a storm as it flies across.
Again, actual
good!
swearing or like
You're
kitten
good!
swearing?
Cal hears swearing. You all hear kitten noises.
And you hear
Oh,
Cal
okay.
just meow back and forth to it.
Correct.
Just, yeah. Meow, 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 meow.
Somehow, though, you get like the sense of what the cat is saying, and it is not polite. Sylvester and Renata, you get that much from the tone, you know. All right, so Meepnar flies across. It's the rope has got plenty to spare.
Yeah.
By the time you get over there, it looks like it's probably about a 50
I'm holding
foot rope.
on to the other end. I want that clear. It wasn't just like, yeah. I'm
Tied and holds. Great. Love.
I will do an athletics check to just see if
Wait.
I can hold myself up by one hand, but I think
Hilarious.
yeah.
Yeah, do that. And yes,
Okay.
Sylvester, while he rolls that.
Just trying to wait. I'm like,
You fall over.
our personal gravity is
Still got it.
still so like, but falling over mean hold on. Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
just,
some
you
cool-
try and stand on one leg, right? And you lose your balance and you I mean, I guess you could put the other hand back down, right, and steady yourself. But think of,
Okay.
that. If it's easier, I thought about maybe making this a little easier, and then I thought, no, the weirder the better. But by just replacing your hands with your feet, because functionally that's kind of what's happening.
Sure.
We're Dragonborn, so like it's kind of the same.
Yeah,
it's all-
it's all claws.
Yeah, it's all claws.
I also just wanted it to be as bonkers as possible. So
Yeah, no, Sylvester like has gotten used to this and is just kind of it's just kind of watching and waiting to see, because whether it's gonna be like foot over foot or
Right.
like that's fine.
Right.
Just what's gonna
Oh, yeah. Interesting. Because if you did like the like hanging from your feet, right, and your hands, that would sort of balance it out and you would still be
Right.
funny. Okay.
Yeah.
I really thought this through. All right. Meepnar, you're over there. You get the rope to the other side. What you doing with it over there?
Is there anything I can fasten the rope to?
Definitely. Yeah. There's little balconies on either side of the, or rather little railings on either side of the balcony with that you can tie it around.
Fastening the rope.
Okay.
Fasten it
Great. Yeah, absolutely.
into something. This is lateral thinking.
What is the
Fascinating.
gap in between these two balconies?
About 20 feet.
20 feet.
20 feet.
What other stuff is in the pile of stuff?
Let's see. So, there's the rope. There's some hammers and nails. There's a bunch of different sizes of planks of wood. There's a bed sheet. Those 4 50-gallon barrels, sealed barrels. There's some iron spikes, and there's a silver mirror.
Can I, with all the strength that I have in me, can I open one of those barrels?
You really only have to like put in your hand, and then it sort of roll a d4 for me.
Oh boy, exciting! That's a 4.
A 4. This one is full of beer.
Oh, okay, good.
Sylvester.
Because I didn't think that the R was going to end that word.
Bees.
Oh.
Bees?
Yeah,
Bees?
bees.
I just imagine Renata's swarm of bees, because of the effect on her. Like they've just plumped up to like those big lazy bumblebees, and they're just
Mhm. Exactly
Yeah,
what they're doing.
definitely.
Sylvester's gonna like hand walk over and kind of like rear up on one hand and plink one of the nails off of the edge of the balcony, like into what looks like the bottomless space, just to
It falls, and it does fall beyond your. Oh no, you're Dragonborn. You don't have dark vision, so you can see the length of the light, which is probably about 20 feet down. It falls beyond that, keeps falling for a few more seconds, and then you do hear eventually a little, like the sound of an iron nail hitting stone.
Hey, Sylvester, you have a little bit more dexterity and speed than I do right now. Can you take that mirror and just like look at the abyss from, do one of those things where you look at the abyss in the mirror and see if there's anything that we're not seeing?
Yeah. Sylvester like looking at takes a minute, because like turning around to like look at her upside down, then turns back around and arches slightly backwards and picks the mirror up with his tail.
Yes.
Prehensile tail for the win.
Love.
And then like sort of tries to bring it around the side. It's not so. In fact, actually, just turns backwards to Renata and lets her maneuver.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yes. Yeah.
Hard to bring it around. Like it's not really doing the.
I didn't even begin to think about the balance nightmare that turning you upside down and then making you figure out a tail would cause.
No. Also, Cal's just holding this rope. I think like he's just like, you guys are doing great. You guys are doing a great job. Wait a minute, let me try something. And like, I do handstands. Maybe I could do a foot stand. I stand up on my feet, and I got this. And immediately vomit because
God,
my center of balance is also messed up. Nope, going back, and immediately handstand again.
Mm-hmm.
Well done, Cal. Renata, you are looking through this mirror into the abyss. Is that the setup that we have created here? I don't even know.
Yes.
Great. You can see that the light. There's a couple of torches that are providing the light here. The light from them sort of like almost like magnifying glass style or like Zelda puzzle style, right? Like kind of shines and reflects down into this pit. And it does let you see, it extends the light a little bit. So it does let you see, it looks like the bottom is like maybe 60-ish feet down, or maybe like slightly more because it is out of view of, I know Cal has dark vision. So it's just out of range of dark vision, of normal dark vision, but not much. And there is a floor down there.
Okay. So, good news. Falling isn't the end of the world. They just aren't convenient enough to light it. But it also doesn't look like there's any sort of, I don't know. There was I watched this movie about a guy named Kentucky Jones or something like that.
Oh my god, I'm a movie star.
Where
Wait,
you know,
but
there
not
was
that Kentucky.
no, not that
Okay.
Kentucky.
Different,
no.
right? Yeah.
A different Kentucky. But they, you know, there was a hidden walkway that we could have like traversed, and so.
Wait, no, I heard this story. Is there like a significant amount of dust anywhere on this balcony?
I'm sure we can find a bunch of ball bearings in this stack of.
There's a bunch of nails, and I just
Bunch of nails, and there are 3 more barrels also.
Yeah.
And there are 3 more barrels.
Cal, what are you up to?
I was just gonna throw some nails over, and like just sort of like throw them across like a spread, just to see. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. There's something really satisfying about the sound of all of those nails hitting the floor 60 feet down.
Okay. Cool.
So
I didn't find it with this one. Maybe it's at another path.
I don't think there's only one.
Sylvester dips a foot like kind of backwards to open up another of the barrels.
Yeah, roll me a d4.
There's something useful up here that isn't just a party. It's a 1.
This one, as you open it up, the top kind of like resists a little bit, and as you pull it up, nice golden viscous honey fills this barrel. And Renata, I don't know if or how your swarm responds to that, but it is a 50-gallon barrel of honey in this one.
That's so interesting.
Well, it's viscous and it's sticky, so at the very least, if we need to use the rope, it might help with that.
Sure. What happens if you burn honey? Is it like, what does it become like glass? Like if I stick my flame in it, could we like burn a path across?
No, that's not.
No. Honey doesn't burn.
I mean, if you want to do a nice glaze, you can warm it up, and then it's a really nice but we're not cooking. That's God. Please tell me there's no cooking.
So honey is
don't
different
burn.
than like
Don't burn the
sugar.
rope.
Oh, right. Oh, that's so smart. Thanks.
Sylvester and Renata, since the two of you have commented on this, can I have you make insight checks, please? Actually, you know what? You can all make it, in fact. Yeah.
The 16 for me.
11.
16, 11. Great. Perfect. Meetnar. 8. Great. Perfect. Sylvester and Renata, since you have been sort of pondering whether or not Cal is talking to the kitten for real or not, it does also occur to you that his sword is still on fire.
All right.
I mean, I'm not mad that they lied. I'm actually now just a little mad that they lied so poorly.
Yeah.
Also, how do they do magic on us if we can't do magic?
Well, that's a great question.
These are the things that I would ask.
Cal, it's not.
What?
You know what? No.
No. But it's like
you're doing real great, sweetie.
Fluid dynamics says.
Okay. So that's another tool we have at our disposal.
Oh my goodness.
How do we get through this as a team?
Well, I think that we're halfway there if Cal can cross the rope that Meepnar put across.
I could probably try to carry Renata. I mean, like, I'm pretty buff. I could probably do that. I'm not as buff as Meepnar. You know what I mean?
This is interesting. When Renata's been moving around, has her external force of weight been affecting things, or is it just her internal perception of her?
No, it definitely feels like her external
Okay.
force has. You've seen like little places where like
That's what I'm-
like the
Like
stone
smashing on the
has
ground.
maybe cracked a little bit, or if you stepped on anything, like it got pulverized.
Also,
Yeah.
the rope
Mhm.
might be able to sustain.
Yeah, me. Mhm.
Huh.
Well, now I don't want to make any assumptions about you, Sylvester, but I feel that you and I are a very similar kind of person. So I can fly. Can you fly?
Yeah,
Can you help me fly?
they can't.
No. I mean,
I can jump real good.
right. Meepnar obviously can fly, but I don't think Cal can fly.
Sylvester's only just now processing that. Right. Yes. Okay. I can.
But so then if Meepnar's flying of the rope over to the other side of the balcony helps Cal get to the other side of the balcony, if you help me fly, then that would complete the other half of this teamwork aspect.
Cool. And I can
But
catch you guys on the rope if you guys are coming down at the very least. If one of you drops, I'll like reach out and get you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go wait out on the rope. I tie it around in a similar style.
Okay.
And then someone else can double check this knot for me before I go. I would just feel much safer about that.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, thank you. And then I'm gonna do the shimmy move that we talked about. of, like,
the
hand over
hand and
hand.
feet.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then I'm just gonna wait a little bit, and kind of lock my ankles around it in the middle to just keep track with them as they're going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meepnar, let me real quick before anybody else makes any other moves, go check in with you and the kitten. Anything we should know on the other side?
Is there anything else over here? Is it just me, the rope, and there's no other objects over here at all?
There is nothing else over there. There is the portal way into the next room, I suppose. But other than that, nothing over
I don't
there.
want to leave yet.
Good choice.
No, I guess I'm just really there looking to if I need to further support the rope.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
I can do that. Probably don't want to try to fly with the cat again.
It didn't go great the first. I mean, it went great the first time, but
yeah.
My dex is not great. So I think I'm just gonna kind of just wait there.
Yeah.
And
all right.
there for
Waiting, keeping an eye on the rope.
like
I cannot
moral
wait to find
support.
out what happens. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We zoom back to the far side.
Cool. Then yeah, wings out, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How this
huh?
works.
Yeah. Sylvester kind of
Fly upside down.
goes, he's been on his hands this whole time. So actually like whichever way the body would to as if laying down flat, which
Sure.
flat don't really matter.
Yep. That's right.
And then
we're learning on the rope
turns-
too. Yeah.
Right. Turns to give his to kind of give his hands, not his feet, to Renata.
Hmm?
And then
Okay.
curls himself up. Like he's essentially doing like kind of like circus acrobat thing. Like if I close my eyes and focus on my center of gravity, like somebody else can guide me.
Sure.
But my flight speed, my fly speed will be teamworked.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. And Renata.
So then I also throw my wings out,
Yeah.
and one of the things that I'm assuming here is that my wings will compensate for my weight.
So because
Or-
they are magical, I think so. I think if Meepnar had gotten the triple weight, it might have been different. But since yours is magical flight, I think
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, because it was either going to be that or I'm going to be Thember shotting this, and that's just going to
Right?
be really,
Which-
really fun.
which
you
is
know.
I would
also
have thrown
good.
you with my feet. I would have thrown you with my feet first. We would have figured it out.
Yeah.
Also good either way.
So yeah, then we just kind of take it. They only last for a minute, so we've got to take it with some speed, but
Some
we get our
alacrity
way
here.
over there.
Yes.
Yeah. And Cal, as you sort of watch, there is particularly at first, there's like a little moment where they just sort of like fly in a circle, trying to figure out like what is up and forward and where. So they do a couple of passes, and then eventually they sort of figure it out. It's not super slow, but steady going across this only 20-foot gap.
Yeah.
And Cal, since we've established that lying flat makes things much easier for you upside down folks, you can hand over hand your way without really any trouble.
Wow, perfect. I make it up to the other side, and then hand up on my. Are we still affected by this?
So as the last of you hits the far balcony, the two of you upside down folks feel your gravity flip again. Renata, your gravity decreases by a third to normal. And Meepnar, the kitten in your arm, looks up at you and meows. And Cal, the kitten just says, "See you later, suckers."
As they're going, I want to reach out and cast Beast Sense on this just to see where it goes.
Interesting.
Is it willing? That's the question. Does it resist the Beast Sense?
Is there a save if it doesn't?
There is. It just says you touch a willing beast. So I might be like, wait a minute before you go.
Okay. Great. So here's what happens. So yes, you manage to cast it. The little kitten says, "See you later, suckers," and shimmers out of existence. Cal, for a brief moment, you see what looks like probably some sort of control room. You're in the center of a room with a bunch of I'm just going to describe it like there instead of fantasy bullshit. You see a bunch of screens, right? And you can see the tavern room and the treasure room and the room that you all are in. And there is a strange shadow being cast from behind you. It appears to be floating. It's not attached to the floor in any way. It's kind of roundish and has little things coming off of it, and then the spell snaps out.
Whoa.
Well,
that was weird. Guys, I think I saw a giant shadow.
wow.
Was there anything making that? How do you wait? What?
Well, I mean, I saw a tavern. I saw a waiting room. I saw a pile of goo, and then I saw a shadow.
I think that we should just kind of meditate on that a little bit while we continue this, whatever this is.
Keep that in your pocket.
Perfect.
Yeah, just keep that in your back pocket.
I love that. Where do I put thoughts in my pocket?
The voice comes on. The voice comes on and says, "Congratulations, applicant interns. For your excellent teamwork, you have succeeded in this task. Cal Razoon, congratulations. You have been awarded bonus points for your use of lateral thinking and magic."
Yeah!
Then there's a pause. That was magic? They just look like wings. Fine. Sylvester and Renata, you have been awarded bonus points for your use of lateral thinking and magic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're what?
They seem real nice guys.
They seem real something.
They seem real something. There's the dark entryway. If y'all want to move through it.
Let me light the way. And then make our way in.
Run to the darkness.
As always.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's not actually dark because the Flame Tongue Greatsword, when ablaze, sheds bright light in a 40-foot radius and dim light in an additional 40 feet.
It is dark,
I was
however.
gonna say what kind
Magical
of
darkness.
What kind of darkness
I love
is this?
that.
Yeah.
All right, so you pass through, and as you enter into the next room, you see what, for all the world, looks like a classroom. There are 4 desks, sort of spaced apart, like standardized test proctoring style, all facing the front of the room. And immediately the voice comes through and says, though Zhet'Inc of Waterdeep encourages outside-the-box thinking, sometimes it's just simply about what you know. In this room, you will be tested... And this time there's a sort of static crackling. The voice cuts out, the lights begin to flicker, and then the couple of times that you've heard error messages, it has been a more mechanical voice, and that voice comes back and says, error, error, test scores already recorded. No test scores recorded. No test. True. True, false. Lies. Truth and lies. And the lights all go out. And again, Cal, even the light from your flame tongue doesn't quite cut through this darkness. Okay. You hear the sound of massive structures, like almost as if the walls of this room themselves are moving and shifting around you for just a second and a half. And then the voice returns, still in darkness. Interns must be able to discern truth through lies. You saw through the lies of the previous room. However, doppelgangers are one of the adventuring industry's greatest threats, capable of infiltrating even the most renowned parties and sowing chaos. In this room, you will demonstrate your ability to quickly identify your allies from copies. You will be graded on speed, creativity, and not getting it wrong. Do what you have to, future interns. The lights...
Okay. That just seems, honestly, that just seems a little defamatory because, I mean, I heard that all doppelgangers weren't that bad. I'm just
exactly.
gonna say. I heard that some of them were just trying to, like, live their lives, and that's okay. So I am starting to wonder now if I need to, what is the place that is, like, for chattel but people? Human resources? Is that a thing? Yeah.
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 I've got 2 doppelganger friends that live in the Northward. Everything's cool. Like it's all good.
As you all speak, still in the dark, you do notice that your voices seem to be coming from further away from each other than you would imagine. And as the lights come back on, the room is transformed. Now you're in a big octagonal room, brightly lit by a beautiful chandelier shaped like a crescent moon in the center of the room, about 30 feet above the floor. About 5 feet up on each of the 8 walls is a silver mirror mounted on jointed metal arms. In the very center of the room is a little stone table with 8 rolled up pieces of parchment on it. You all are spaced evenly around the room, and of course, there's 2 of each of you.
Are we right next? Are the 2 people right next to each other?
No, so it would be Renata, Meepnar, Cal, Sylvester, Renata, Meepnar, Cal, Sylvester. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
And like the doubles are sort of making the same face at the moment when the lights come on, right? Whether it's surprise or confusion or whatever. They're pretty well copied on both versions of each of you.
Does the Renata doppelganger have bees?
Yes.
Clever. Very clever.
Okay. Meepnar is going to reach into his pouch, pull out stuffing from the first room, see if the other.
So, 2 things happen.
Right.
The first thing is that as you reach, so too does your double. And of course, you, Meepnar, know that you are real, but for the rest of you, the 2 Meepnars reach into their pouch. One of the Meepnars pulls out a handful of stuffing. The other Meepnar pulls out a handful of stuffing, quickly followed by a swarm of venomous acid-infused spider bees. Which...
why didn't I notice them before?
Does a 19 hit you, Meepnar, to start?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Meepnar, no! 10, 14. So you take
Doing a death
14
save on this
acid
charity.
damage. Oh god. 1, 2, 5, 7 poison damage,
Wow.
and 4 piercing damage as they sting, bite, and otherwise burn you, and then vanish into a puff of acrid smoke. But the other Meepnar now looks a little uneasy.
Well, that one's our Meepnar, and I'm really sorry that you got. Yeah.
The other Renata immediately says, "You mean our Meepnar?"
No.
Yeah, we do. We mean your Meepnar.
Well, I don't know which one you are, and I don't know which. So I think that's my Meepnar, but I don't know if you're, you know.
Cal says, "I think we're all Meepnar." The other Cal.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you Pal. It's
I'm
Cal
gonna
and
call
Pal
you.
now.
Well, I'm gonna call you Sal, and I.
Yeah, I love that.
Hey,
I do.
Interesting. Okay. Nice. Okay. Cool. Let's see. Well, I mean, there's really only one. I'll take the hit on this one. I'm gonna pull the acid venom infused spider bees out of my own bag.
Yeah,
and chuck them at the other Renata.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh my goodness.
the other Renata. Well, let me see. Yeah, so the other Renata sees you go for your bag and like very quickly puts a few things together and sees the writing on the wall, and so she runs towards the table in the center of the room as you chuck these bees. Sure.
Look,
now I'm gonna ask. Go ahead.
I would love to make an animal handling for this to
Do
see
it.
if it works.
Yes, do it. I love that.
I would love to do that for you.
Yes, please.
Yes, that is a 21.
Yeah, they swarm around you for a minute, and you do what you do to like chill them out, and they beeline for other Renata. I presume Renata Prime that a 22 would ordinarily hit you.
Yes, it would.
All right. So this Renata takes a booty ton of acid, poison, and piercing damage, which seems to hardly be the point at the moment. And she is hit and sort of writhing before she has a chance to make it to that central table. And other Sylvester says, "Well, that's 2 down. Now just to get rid of the other 2."
Get rid of? I don't know. Is it really too bad to have 2 pals running around?
I don't think it is. I mean, now we have twice as many friends.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just nice to know which one is real and which one's a doppel, just in case if eventually you try to steal my father's sword from me, because I would murder you for that.
He says, "Well, I mean, since you're not the real Cal, is it still your father's? Because that's cool. I'd love to meet him."
Hey, I have a question, I say, as I walk
Worried
towards
about
this
that.
table.
Yeah.
I have a question. So Pal, because we've got Pal here, we've got Sal here, right? So
Yeah, I guess so.
that's how we're gonna tell the 2 people. Hey, Pal,
What have we done?
how do you make your sword go fire? What's the word? Sal, do not say anything.
Okay, hold on. Now, I don't know if I remember,
I can put it in the chat.
and I rolled poorly to remember. Because here's the thing. I'll go ahead and let a peek behind the curtain. They watched you do it, because they've been watching you the whole time.
Of course.
But it's do they remember, and that 6
Do they remember?
tends to suggest that they do not remember. So what do we name him? Pal. Yeah, Pal draws the sword, holds it in exactly the way Cal always does, right? Holds it out and says, "Yeah!" and it lights on fire.
I'm
I
sorry.
mean, that was very cow-like, but
That was.
Yeah,
not-
of course, that's the word.
No, man. And I hate to say that word because I love to say yeah, but that's not it. It's goose goose. And
right.
the sword lights on fire, and I say,
Right.
"I'm sorry to have to do this to you." And I immediately just poke him with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
little jab.
Incredible. Yeah, he I think at this point, though, the clearly and undeniably identified doppelgangers just like take it and are like, yeah, all right.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you actually being a pal. You can be we can be pals. Like, it's fine.
And really, like, the other, I hope you weren't like allergic or anything, because like we're just trying to get out of here. You know?
Man.
I mean, she's okay. Her like face is a little swollen. She's got like some acid burns, but like she's okay. Yeah. She's okay, I guess. Some of the spider bees are still kind of crawling and/or flying around her.
Aww.
I guess we look at the last Sylvester duo. And
why is everyone acting like this is such a bad thing? There's two of me.
No, I agree, man. It's totally
honestly,
fine.
If it wasn't for the prestige we'd get from passing the test, I would say keep it this way.
What prestige?
I don't know a lot about
Sylvester
to ask.
There's prestige. We get prestige. What prestige? Other Sylvester?
Being right. I love that you all are calling them other before identifying them. It makes it much easier for me, and I do appreciate it. He says, well, the prestige of success. That voice has been complimenting me this whole time.
Right, but it just sounded like that you knew what happens after the test.
I can let's see. I can see that you don't trust. And he turns to you, Sylvester. So how should we settle this?
Oh, I don't. Okay. And Sylvester walks over to their doppel. And just starts engaging, like, okay, and arm around the shoulder, like, so Zhet'Inc, is that like good benefits? They said intern. Do you think there's a way we can, like, maybe bump that up a little bit, or is that starting position, or what is it? Good pay?
Your guess is as good as mine, probably better since you work for him. But the wait or the invitation said something about immediate advancement.
As the duplicate is speaking, Sylvester casts disguise self on himself to suddenly look like Renata.
Oh, okay.
Like, essentially, got my duplicate talking, which was not a good idea on their part.
Yeah. The duplicate looks surprised for a minute and says, well, I mean, you just changed forms again, so doppel identified. We win. Right? And he sort of looks up expectantly. And the voice comes back, unless any of you say anything, the voice comes back and says, test completed. At the far end of the room, a doorway appears, and that's all it says.
Cool. So our options now are...
Is there no score?
The three
What's
of
the
us,
score?
and so it could be the three of us and another Renata, or the three of us and a Sylvester.
just take everybody.
And then yeah, no, I while I am still in the form of Renata, just in the form of Renata, I send a telepathic message to Renata to say, I ain't got no bees.
You don't have any bees.
Oh,
I said that's not that better be a Masood. Because Sal's definitely not Swift enough to get this.
Yeah. Does Renata say that out loud? Because that would be a moment. No. Okay, then absolutely not. Then Masood is genuinely like, oh, right,
up in here, like. Yeah, I only took Renata's form. I did not do the full
right.
If you will.
Okay.
The art of the doppel isn't something you're immersed in the way
that's right. That's right.
No, lying, on the other hand, I'm really good at.
Yeah.
Okay. So Renata, you get that message.
I do. And I think I'm just gonna I'm gonna do something. I think I'm gonna go up to both of them and I'm just gonna bonk the fake Sylvester on the head with my quarterstaff.
Yeah, great. I mean, he sees you coming and sort of like begins to back up and say, whoa, what are we doing?
Bonk.
It just sort of slumps.
And it's not like a hard hit. It's literally just like a Stop it.
Yeah, like I pick you. Yeah. Yeah, he just sort of slumps and rolls his eyes and mumbles, they didn't even use the mirrors or the scrolls. All right, guys, let's get out of here.
Yeah. Sylvester just turns back into his normal. Sometimes not being really good at copying actually helps. Okay, just a tip.
And now you have a bee friend. Sylvester, you have a little bee friend now.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, like maybe once this test or whatever is over, like the 4 of us can, like the 8 of us can like get drinks or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Honestly,
that'd
I
be
mean,
fun.
y'all are good looking set of people. I mean, honestly.
Well, I mean,
The 4 Doppel y'all sort of like look around real quick, and then Doppel Sylvester's like, yeah, absolutely. If you survive, we'll meet you outside at dusk tonight. Sounds fun. Bye.
The worst offer I've had all day.
I mean, I just want to say I adore playing with you all because not a single method that I left you to identify a doppelganger was used in this room, and it's
I did remember that you were very clear about a few things, even having a doppel run towards the table, and we were just like, nah.
we'll figure it out.
perfect.
I mean, you set us up for success in other ways, primarily through the usage of acid venom and spider bees.
And to be fair, you drew on doppels, which we have a lot of expensive.
do have a lot.
I mean, yeah, we as players, that's true. I love it. I love everything about it. What's next? I don't know.
I mean, Cal runs into the darkness with the flaming sword, I think.
That is what's next. Yeah, absolutely.
And we follow. We follow.
Everyone walks at a normal pace. Cal is running for whatever.
He's just, how can you not love him? He's so full of, like,
He's a scout,
just
right?
Just the energy, it's so good.
It's so
He will
good.
fail at a moment, and he will not be your favorite. But until then, he's having a blast.
Great. You all pass through into this room, and it is a classroom. It actually looks identical to what this last room looked like before it shifted and changed. And a voice begins to speak over the grill again, and it says, though Zhet'Inc of Waterdeep encourages outside the box thinking, sometimes, you know what, screw it, we'll handle you ourselves. And then you find that the floor vanishes beneath you, and you all plummet.
Hey.
I'd like to cast Featherfall.
Yeah, I'm starting to flap my wings.
Yeah.
Flap my wings.
I was really happy that Sylvester and Renata used their wings in that other room so that you couldn't use them here. I was not, however, ready for Featherfall. Okay, great. So Renata casts Featherfall. So you all plummet for a brief moment and then float. And Meetnar, you can also arrest your fall with your wings. And you all eventually land in just a big circular room, totally empty. All like very well carved and fitted stone, just a big circular room. And as you land there, you hear that voice one more time. And it says, you're not even the rivals. And you got through all that. It's a good thing we're going to take care of you. See, our daddy, he doesn't like adventurers very much, and we mean to continue his legacy. We're going to take care of all y'all. And shimmering into view are 3 not quite beholders. One of them looks the closest to a beholder, but it only has 6 eye stalks, and they're all on long, sort of tentacly stalks rather than the sort of stubbier versions. No, not the Death Kiss, not that one. The other 2 are a little bit smaller and only have 4 stalks. And this one has a mouthful of very sharp-looking teeth and a very long tongue. And I do need us to roll initiative as the sons of the Xanathar try and take their revenge on adventurers.
Can I ask them a question while we're rolling for initiative?
Absolutely, you can. Talk as much as you want. They had their mini monologue. You get one too.
Awesome. No, I'm just gonna say, so wait a minute. Okay, so I heard about this, but like you're if you're the sons of the Xanathar, why are you working for Zhet'Inc? Aren't y'all like, or aren't you supposed to be like two households both alike in unity and fair Waterdeep where we lay this scene?
That was just rattled right off, and I loved it. The bigger one with the 6 stalks says, "We had you fooled all the way through. We are Zhet'Inc."
Oh, so we still have a chance of getting that job. Awesome.
One of the spectators turns to you and just nods.
Look, I mean, it is what it is. I just wanted to know what the climate was like underneath Waterdeep, but apparently it's this.
It's a mess. It's a mess since our father was destroyed.
Okay, fair.
We mean to use that mess
to...
We hadn't gotten that far.
That's okay.
Okay.
Honestly, you just saw us display all of these skills of cleverness and evaluation and teamwork and discernment, and this is the best that the 3 of you together could come up with?
Oh.
It's a nice vicious mockery before the.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Legit.
It's really more vicious disappointment at this point.
Oh, which is so much worse, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it's just what the other spectator just looks sad.
Right.
Its eye stalks droop.
Oh, poor thing.
Poor thing. Cal, what'd you get?
Oh, I got a 12.
A 12.
Yeah.
Meatnar.
11.
11. Sylvester.
19.
19. And Renata.
22.
22. All right. 18. I did this foolishly, but that's okay. 12 and 11. All right. Renata, you are up first, and y'all know me. You can continue talking at him if you really feel like it.
Yeah,
Live
absolutely.
your lives. Yeah.
So how far apart are they about?
It's a pretty big room. I'd say there's probably 15 feet in between each of them. The big one, the sort of clearly leader one in the center, flanked by the other 2.
Okay. Cool.
And they're floating maybe 10 feet off the ground.
Okay. That being the case, I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff.
Yeah.
And with my action, how big is my cone? 15 foot. Okay. Then I'm just gonna. Sure, why not? I will use my breath weapon as my action to breathe to the big guy in the middle.
Yeah.
So he has to make a dexterity saving throw DC 14.
Dexterity saving throw. Big guy in the middle.
Yeah.
Not a super forte. That is a DC who?
14.
Well, I got a 14.
That's okay. I do believe you still take half damage, so
I
that's
believe
going
that's
to
true.
be. It's going to be 6 points of psychic damage.
All right.
As you just see, like this kind of like it's like a like purplish like fog that comes out, and it kind of like assaults the senses, hence the psychic damage. So
Perfect. Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
and I say, I mean, really, we're more than happy to offer pointers, I guess. I mean, turning evil is not really what I want to do, but you guys could do so much better than this.
That one that you just attacked takes a little bit, and I guess his anger is broken by the psychic damage, and he sort of looks like he's maybe thinking about it a little bit, and then turns back. Anything else, Renata, for you?
No, that will be my turn, but I will say because of that, I am 15 feet away because it's a 15-foot cone.
Okay, great. Love that. That brings us to Sylvester.
Yeah, so I mean, Sylvester's like disappointed, but also is kind of like, look, I mean, this is only gonna end one way, but all I'm saying is you better give Cal that internship because he is really excited, and you better not disappoint him. Or die, honestly, or die.
Yeah, I was like,
I mean, honestly, it's fine.
Also fine.
Let's see here. Yeah. I think Sylvester's going to cast Thunder Wave, and let's see. There's Renata attacked Big Boy or Side Boys.
Big boy.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, gonna attack Big Boy too, because like the other two just felt like maybe not quite as into it. Again, like
Yeah.
still like, or sorry, like,
Yeah. Very good. Very good.
But yeah, this is going to be a Thunder Wave towards the middle one.
The middle one, yep, the big boy. And that is a con save, right?
Con save of 14.
That is a 17.
What?
So, hang on. Is this the right creature? Oh, damn. No, that's the other one. Yes. All right, yeah, it saves.
Okay, then it only takes... God, I have the Modron dice. I keep going. 9 points of damage and nothing else.
Okay, yeah, it sort of ripples its fleshy ball of a body from the thunder wave, but it holds its ground.
That, and then just like looks over at Cal, says, "We're gonna get you that internship, buddy. It's gonna happen." And throws a bardic inspiration, so that's a D8 for you.
Yeah, nice. Nice.
I'm at the bottom of the order though, so it will be a little problem.
Not at the very bottom.
Oh.
Middle boy rolled very poorly on his initiative.
Cool.
All right, anything else, Sylvester?
That is it.
All right, that brings us to the two smaller ones. One of them is going to the one that didn't get sad at the disappointment from Sylvester, that eye stalks are still sort of up, is going to orient those eye stalks to, you know what, I'm going to roll.
Yay!
3 and 4. Going to orient them at Cal. And Cal, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Would love to. Probably going to use the crit if I think it's... You know what? I got a 13.
That is enough for this creature to make the save. Yep. So you see this sort of shimmery purple beam come out of its eye and spear right towards you, but it sort of bounces off you and nothing. You feel a little funny in the head for a second, and then you're fine. Nothing happened.
Okay. Nice. I like the light show.
The other one, the one who nodded at you, I believe, Cal, sort of sulkily, this is the one that got sad, sort of sulkily flies over to Sylvester and just forgoes its sad eye attacks and just takes a chomp out of you. And I will use one of my crits for this one.
That's rude.
It's fair.
Oh.
It is fair.
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
Actually, both things can be true. Sorry, not to dig in your...
So that is
Awesome.
11 piercing damage as it chomps you, Sylvester. And it sort of hovers there and like whispers, "How disappointing was that?" That brings us to Cal, followed by Meatnar.
I am going to go into a rage, and then my sword is still on fire, and so I will just make an attack on, the one who shot an ray at me is not like I'm not gonna get an opportunity attack, right? Like
No, it's ways away. Yeah.
Then I'm gonna go after the one that bit at Sylvester.
Okay.
Sad one. Yeah.
I'm gonna use Great Weapon Master.
Heck
What's
yeah.
it called? Yeah, Master Attack. So let's see. I'm gonna use a crit. I'm gonna use my one crit.
Hell yeah! All right.
And instead of that 7, and then I get to roll with the Great Weapon Master Attack. I think I also get to roll an additional D6.
So that makes, I believe, a total of 9d6.
Okay.
With that crit, if that is the case, plus 17,
Perfect.
as we have established.
Nice. Okay, so here's 9d6, you said?
Jesus. Yeah, because you said you get an additional one because of your great weapon master.
Right.
Okay, so then yeah, so because
Okay.
2 for the
Plus-
great sword, which is double to 4, 2 for the
Yeah.
fire, double to another 4, and then 1 more.
Perfect. That is 48.
Yeah, you actually cut this one in half and cauterize the
Oh.
wound as you go.
Yeah! And then I'll use my second attack. The one in the middle.
Lord.
I feel a little bad.
Yeah. it's okay.
Don't.
Sorry,
had
and this
every
was only a
chance to stop.
13 to hit.
To hit who? Who are you going after? The other smaller one or the boss? The leader.
The one in the middle, I think. Yeah. Because
The one in the middle. Okay, a 13 does not hit that one.
Perfect. Yeah,
Okay.
and that's it. That is my turn.
Okay, yeah, it sort of dodges out of the way, but like has not taken its horrified eye stalks off of the 2 halves of its sibling, I guess. I don't know. Love it. Anything else, Cal?
No, Cal's good.
All right, Meepnar.
Deepnar, first of all, just has his mouth open off of what just
Yeah.
occurred.
It's all for you, coach.
And he is going to kiss a bicep while he casts Summon Construct.
Oh
What?
yeah.
And he's going to summon a stone golem.
Yes. Just comes right out of the floor, all that beautiful carved stone around you.
Mhm.
And how far away are these beholders?
Probably 20 feet from you. Well, actually, oh yes, the 2 that have not moved, which are the 2 that are still alive, are about 20 feet from you, yeah.
So I think that's. I'm not really gonna. Well, I'm gonna move behind the golem. I guess.
Yeah, that
movement
tracks,
there.
sure. Okay.
And then the golem has a turn after.
Uh-huh.
So I want the golem to move directly in front of the beholders.
Okay.
And I want it to do a slam.
Heck yeah. On leader
on the-
one or one that offered Cal a job?
Well, here's the thing. It doesn't give a range. Well, no, it says 5 feet.
Okay.
And like 1 target. Okay, sorry, I was
Okay, there you go.
I was
That's
thinking
great.
more of a.
Oh,
AoE
like a foof. I see. That's a
Um,
cool idea.
Yeah, but no, I'm
We should write that.
I'm definitely going for the one that went for the bite.
Okay, great. What is that attack roll? Or is it a save for this one? No, it's a slam, probably an attack roll.
That will be a 10.
10 is
Not
not
great.
going to hit this one. The spectator is surprised, but manages to dodge out of the way of this. Summoning sickness. It's just taking a minute to get used to its arms again.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
That does bring us now to the one in the center who has finally torn its eye stalks away from its bisected companion there, and is going to shoot 3 of them. Oh, good. Okay, is going to orient separate eye stalks on Cal, Renata, and oh wait, there's 5 of you now. Hold on, let me do that again.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Okay, so Renata, Meepnar, and still Cal. So actually, yeah. But you're behind it, so then it would be the construct that you summoned. So let's start with Renata. I need you, please, to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, fun. Okay. 11.
Okay, you feel this sort of invisible wave of force shove you backwards 15 feet away from this creature, and as it does, you get impacted for 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Meepnar's construct. Oh, now this is interesting. Meepnar's construct needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
This is sort of interesting.
That would be 4.
So you see this sort of bluish shot through with streaks of black ray hit your construct, and this is this is a devour magic ray.
Ugh.
And so I think the construct is gonna take some serious damage from this being magical. Let's see here. Oh, no, let's do it here. That's why we have this. So the construct takes 25 force damage as bits of the spell that summoned it here just begin to unravel. Finally, Cal.
Yes.
Make me please a Constitution saving throw this time.
This feels better.
I imagine it does.
Yeah, sorry. It's a +6. I did instead of a +3.
That's okay.
So it's 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once again, this time it's a little pink ray that hits you, and again you're like, it's a light show. It's great, but is there a
Beautiful,
point to it all? I don't know.
Yeah. Just dancing between two halves of a spectator.
Yeah, exactly. God. All right, and that is its turn. It sort of grumbles as it sees its beam not be terribly effective on Renata or Cal, but at least it got a chunk out of the construct. That brings us back to the top of the round with Renata.
It's me.
It's you.
It's me. Okay, so I did shillelagh my quarterstaff. So yeah, let's just get up close and personal.
Yeah.
With 2 attacks on big guy because.
Sure.
I don't think that one's gonna hit.
Not that one.
That one.
First one's a
will.
whiff. Oh yes, the first
But
one's a whiff, but it dodges right into your backswing.
Nice. Then with the backswing, we're going to do. It's going to be 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Plus, I'm going to have so as I hit it, you'll notice that this quarterstaff it's thicker at the end than like a normal quarterstaff would be because there's a hive on the end of it. So I'm going to have this weird beholder sort of thing make a DC 15 saving throw.
Okay, what kind of save?
Strength.
Not its forte. That is a 19.
Oh, well, that's disappointing.
Right. Yeah.
You can see that the swarm kind of like gathers around him and tries to like use the momentum of the swarming to move him, but that does not work. So yeah, just the 7 points of damage.
All right. But it, bees and eyes, lots of like very exposed eyes. It's sort of like waving its eye stalks, trying to bat the bees away for the moment. While we move over to Sylvester.
Wowzers. Let's see. Ooh, no. Yes.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, seeing that Cal has handled the other, like the one that was like being a bother, Sylvester like reaches behind him, and sort of out of weird nowhere space comes this massively long staff that resembles a staff of the Magi.
Oh, right.
And kind of stares down like the beholder in the middle.
The beholder recognizes it and is a little nervous.
And Sylvester slams it down on the ground with a big thunderous, but what happens is like a lot of the glowingness that you notice is actually kind of shakes off because it was just luminous mushroom powder. It's a regular staff. And he says, just kidding, thunder wave.
Poor Sylvester gets yoinked around in time and power level. Yeah.
So that will be a con save of DC 14.
Okay.
Is this the big guy?
That.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, this is the big guy.
The big guy. Okay. Con save, you said?
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, do we? Yeah.
Can you all see my rolls in this log?
We cannot.
No. Okay. Okay. Because I was absolutely, it almost was another 14, which is your DC, right? It tipped over, and it is a 12. But I was really, as I thought it was going to be another 14, I needed you to see it.
Yeah.
The one thing that we're missing is like just seeing other people's digital dice do that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here.
No, go on. Yeah.
Wait.
No, go ahead.
No, really, politeness it dictates that I let you go first.
Oh no, I don't have anything. And if you insist I go first, I will have something, but you won't like it.
Yeah, I know. Because I had a think, and let's see here. Dang it!
I
Do it.
in you.
Yeah, no. All right, I was gonna use my crit damage on that, but I just realized the placement of things, because my brain can't do positions in midair. I don't do theater of the mind with minis, so crap. All right, no, just a regular.
Great, I love it.
Just
cool.
Fine. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll just almost at the moment of realizing what he's about to do, pulls back a little bit of the damage that's gonna happen. And, it's gonna be I'm still going to use a crit for that, so it'll be 16 points.
16. Where am I? Here we go.
Of thunder damage and a push away of 10 feet.
Yeah. Blasts its way backwards, sort of rolls in the air backwards. It's fun to mess with the positioning of round floating creatures. Sort of rolls backwards and ends up upside down and has to sort of wiggle its eye stalks to turn itself back right side up, and it orients its stalks on you, Sylvester, and looks quite upset. Anything else on your turn?
Let's see. Do I have? Let's see here. No, I think we're good.
All right. It is the other spectator's turn, and this one is it starts to fly towards Sylvester to do what its companion did, and then you can see in its eyes the memory of that, and then cleaved in half. And so it goes about 10 feet towards you, Sylvester, and then goes 20 feet away from you, and instead decides to use an eye ray. 1 or 2 creatures.
Huh?
Oh, well, it's gonna go, in that case, it's gonna go Sylvester and Renata. So, Sylvester, please make me a Constitution saving throw. And Renata, please make me a Wisdom saving throw.
I'm gonna use a crit on that.
Okay. So it looked very much like the one that just hit Cal, but I almost said Gosrick. That just hit Cal, but didn't have any effect. It was sort of that pinkish ray, but no effect on you. Renata, how about you?
A 20 for me.
A 20 for you. That was the original ray that tried to hit Cal and did nothing. And this spectator actually takes that eye stalk that just fired at you, Renata, and sort of shakes it as if like trying to get it to work a little better.
Look, I believe in you. Okay, you got this.
It's awful to behold, but you're pretty sure the spectator smiled at that?
Yeah.
Are we encouraging the people who are trying to kill us?
You could give them bardic inspiration. That could be fair, you know, if you wanted to on your bonus action.
I mean, I wouldn't object. Cal, that does bring us to you.
Perfect. I'm glad I mentioned bardic inspiration because I still have it.
You
so
do.
I will use that probably on my first attack roll.
Uh-huh.
Still gonna do the -5 to it.
Right.
So.
Cool.
And who are you attacking? The other spectator or boss boy?
Boss boy.
All right.
Okay, I got a 19 plus 7, 26.
That'll do.
I don't think I crit on a 19. I didn't get.
I don't think you do.
No,
So
that's a
okay.
fighter thing.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll do 4d6 because it's on fire. And
I'm gonna
then
let you roll, but yeah.
15 plus 17. So that is plus 17.
Yeah,
so
you're
is,
correct. Your damage bonus alone was enough to take this thing to 0.
Cool. We love that.
You all have beat the crap out of this thing. Yeah, so you just slice and dice. Eye stalks go flying. Tell me how you finish this one off, Cal.
It's easy. As he's shaking his other eye stalks, like, don't worry, buddy, I got you.
Oh,
yeah. And I just chop those eye, like kind of do a circle where I just remove all the eye stalks.
Oh, that's very good.
Oh.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so now it's just kind of rolling around bleeding out a little bit.
Yeah,
and then,
yeah.
And then I have a second attack. So
Uh-huh.
I turn to the wait, let me just double check. Oh, or reduce a creature to 0 HP, which I just did.
Oh, you did.
So I
What
will
does
use-
that do? Oh no.
I can use a
Oh
bonus
right.
action to attack. So I now
So you got 2 more attacks.
I got 2 more attacks.
Wow.
Oh.
God, why didn't I just play a barbarian before? It's so simple. You hit things. No spell word. That's a nat 20.
Wow.
You all didn't even have to pay for that one.
No, absolutely not. Okay, so
Ooh,
it's already 4d4
Uh-huh.
My
plus
goodness.
2 more,
9, yeah.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
So many.
and then 1 additional one
Oh my god.
because I've savage attacks.
Doesn't
I-
he have
let's-
another
let's-
attack after this too?
Yeah, he
and then I have
does.
one more left. Okay.
Is
Just
it
tell
even
me that total.
necessary?
This one has surprisingly, I guess maybe because it offered Cal a job briefly, he's untouched at the moment.
Sure.
Maybe.
It goes 16
Yeah.
plus 7
23.
23. Uh-huh.
plus 3
26.
is 26, and
Uh-huh.
then we add 10 to that because of
36.
36. Yeah.
Oh.
It has one little eye stalk just dangling by a thread. But it is still floating there, and it turns to you, Cal, and it says, "I was gonna offer you a job. I don't know where, but I was gonna try."
Well, I mean, this way, I think I can take your job. That feels better. Yeah! And then I'll use my bonus action to do my
Yes,
final attack.
do it.
My gosh.
It is. It's only.
The most vicious. All of a sudden, we're in this.
I love it. I'm here
from.
for it.
It's perfect. I've been in here for a while. I'm learning for everyone. Okay, I have to use. So it's a 14 minus 5. 9.
Uh-huh.
Plus the 7 from the Bardic Inspiration to put me at a 16.
16. That hits.
Yeah.
That's hits. Okay, we'll roll the 4d6.
That again, that number of dice alone, you could roll ones on all of them and not add anything to it, and you'd kill this thing.
Okay, 24.
Jesus. Okay, yeah.
24 damage.
I mean, do you just want to bisect this one too, but maybe like horizontally this time?
Yeah, and I just say, yeah! And
Yo-yos out of them at this
As
point.
all
It's
things
perfect.
should be.
Well, I certainly don't want to stop you if there's something that you would like to do, Meepnar, as Cal cuts your final foe in half. If there's anything you would like to do for just
Yeah,
a little
so-
moment in the sun.
So one thing I did forget is because
Sorry.
the construct can attack half the spell attack. So I actually had 2 attacks.
Oh, okay.
Oh, heck yeah.
So if these things are already defeated, I just want to use the construct to just kind of stomp on them.
Yeah,
I just wanna
absolutely.
stomp on them.
Yeah, and
Right.
are you on the are you you said you were behind it? Are you like on it? Are you on the ground like sending it? Are you standing on top of it cheering it on?
I
Where
am
are
still-
you?
So my version of concentration is kissing my bicep. So I'm still
Still
mid
Beautiful.
bicep kiss.
Beautiful.
I love
that.
this.
Construct
I
is
love
doing
this so
my-
much.
Are
Yeah.
doing my will.
Perfect. So Meepnar continues to kiss his biceps, and his summoned construct is just stomping the remains of these beholderkin to pulp. And you hear a little tiny, like, jingly bell. And into the room from a very small little dark abyss door comes that kitten.
I knew it. Ah.
And the kitten in common this time says, well, holy bananas, what are you doing to those?
The contracts are still stomping.
Yep, just watching. My God, that's vicious. Okay. Anyway, hey, well done, you all. Well done. Congratulations. You've been
Can I carry you
accepted
again?
into.
Can I carry you again?
The cat goes, oh, you know what? Actually, yeah, that'd be lovely if you don't mind.
Pops on.
Comes over and leaps up into your arms. You all have proven your mettle. I'm not Zhet'Inc. That's made up. The beholders were, I don't know, it was a thing they came up with. It was very useful, but I think I can pay you. I can offer you a job. You're gonna start as what we call interns, but you get paid because I'm not a monster.
Thank you.
You're
Awesome.
welcome. I'm looking forward to it.
Are we sure this is? I mean, are we sure honestly that this was entry level performance? Do we need to really start at interns?
The cat, like Cheshire Cat style, smiles at you and says, I knew you were gonna drive a hard bargain. Come with me. We'll see what we can work out.
Yeah. So if you're not Zhet'Inc, who are you? What are you?
And as the cat leads you all out, he says, well, it's a bit of a long story. You see, not too long ago, Laryl Silverhand turned some adventurers into cats. And then you walk out.
Oh,
no.
I love
it. Perfect.
I love
Actually, we should have seen it from the beginning. That's the thing I'm getting.
I know.
Yeah.
And that is where we will end this little Zhet'Inc of Waterdeep adventure. Thank you for so much. It has been such a delight being back at a table with you all. I appreciate it so much. Thank all of you. We raised just under an additional $300, which means we're only $200 away from the goal, with still 2 games left to go. I appreciate that so much. We will very quickly, we're just about at time. We'll very quickly go around, let you know who all of us are, and if we want you to find us on the internet, where you can do that. And all of that good stuff. But I truly do want to say thank you. Thank you for supporting the Fisher House Foundation. Amazing, $911.23 already, just 2 games in. Thank you. And I know Prax will thank you again shortly. But I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out and watching. And thank you for your donations. Let's go in reverse order with our outros, which means we will start with Masood.
Hey, everyone. I'm Masood. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter, Marudeboy, MAHRUDEBOI. I'm going to be at PAX Unplugged. This is a new development for me. So I will be there if you're coming. Love to hang out, love to kick it. But yeah, you can honestly, I'm mostly on Instagram. So follow me there.
Sharif.
Hey, I'm Sharif. You can find me at SharifJackson.com, SHAREEF. Jackson.com, Sharif Jackson on all social networks. Don't think I'm going to make it to PAX Unplugged. I'm still trying to see if there's any way I can make it, but I don't think I will. So you can check me out on the social medias or catch me grading somewhere.
Truly.
Library.
Truly. I love it. All right. Latia.
Me. Hi, I'm Latia Jaquise. You can find me at latiajaquise.com or anywhere on the internet at Latia Jaquise. If you don't find me there, that means I'm not there. So I work at Wizards. I'm the community manager for D&D at Wizards of the Coast. You can find me on alternating Tuesdays at twitch.tv/D&D Beyond, doing fun community stuff like building haunted houses that Volo built and stuff like that. It was great. It was great. And things like that. I will not be at PAX Unplugged, and that is a definitive thing. I'm just gonna spend my December at home with my dog.
No.
But if you would like to see my dog, that's what social media is for, because that's all I do.
And we love it. Truly,
this was so much fun. I think any one shot I play in the future has to be influenced by whatever we did in Rivals.
That was fantastic.
Good times. Brian.
Hi, I am Brian. I am Urban Bohemian pretty much everywhere. I'm a .com. I am a social media. I am a streamer on Twitch a few days a week. I will be at PAX Unplugged. And that's it. I don't know what else to say. I'm done.
That's plenty. That's fine. And once again, I am and have been your DM Eugenio. I am DM Jazzy Hands on Twitter and Blue Sky, and not Instagram. I'm Ugramio there, but I also don't post there. So take that as you will. I will also be at PAX Unplugged. I'll be around. Got a Motherlands live show. Got a bunch of games that I'll be running alongside. Brian is also in that. I will be running a bunch of games in the PTI Lounge with also actually not with Brian, but alongside Brian. So come say hello. And yeah, we'll see you there. I also stream on my Twitch channel. Tuesdays and Thursdays we play Baldur's Gate. Wednesday evenings we do, well, it used to be chill puzzle games. Now it's yell at Leonardo da Vinci puzzle games. So come hang out on Wednesday nights for that. And I think that is us. We're going to get out of y'all's hair so that everything can get set up for the next game, which I believe is Praxis game, but she'll tell you all about that very shortly. Once again, thank you so much. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for your support. And we'll see you around. Happy gaming, y'all.
If you're staying, keep donating.
Yeah, do that.
Absolutely.
Bye.